Hello and welcome everyone to another episode of Dicey Mayhem, where tonight we will find out the cause of the story that has been told last week. As Matty, could you please do the recap for us?
Sorry, my mum's calling me. I'll be back in a sec.
I thought you left alone.
Shut up! Don't ruin my immersion. Okay. So just quickly look at my notes from last week. Elijah? No. Okay, so from what I recall, we were sitting down in the tavern after having valiantly defeated some statues that move when unobserved.
Mm-hmm.
Chatting, laughing, drinking, the usual stuff. When we're approached by a dude. Can't remember if we got his name or not. But we were then tasked to find or work out the reason behind a house lighting up. Because I believe it had been abandoned, and so the light was out of the ordinary. As we approached, we saw, to my knowledge, a portal appear out of nowhere, and an odd gentleman pass through it. Or at least fall from a great height. One of them. And after some weird conversations of finding out that, spoilers, they're a time traveller, and that their way to journey back was on the roof, we had to go through this house and solve puzzles. Also finding out that we are the people that this time traveller was looking for. As we're going through rooms, again, puzzles, random shit, dancing, music, drinking wine, but not actually reading a book about wine, fireplaces. All of these puzzles led us to a room with 3 padlocks. With each key in hand and each key turned, we entered a room lit with fireplaces, lined with bookshelves and books, to see a fucking ghastly figure sitting at a desk writing some paper. And I think that's pretty much it.
That is pretty much it as you stumble into the room, after which you heard scribbling notes from within. Behind a desk with 2 chairs in front, you see a pale figure. Long white hair and almost a deadly white skin, as along his neck hangs a small chain with a ever so slight small key attached to it. As you walk inside, you notice that the man is not looking up at you, as he's still scribbling away on his pieces of parchment. Let me give you a slight representation of what you see.
Jesus. Spiky. They're a ranger as well?
What do you want to do?
Friend!
Wait, he's not shot us yet. This is good. This is a good start.
Yeah, exactly. Quickly, everyone get within range.
Can we have your necklace?
Does he look up, or is he just still?
No, he's still scribbling away.
Can I step forward and hesitantly say, "Hello there. We don't mean to trespass. We're the Prism."
As he slightly gasps and look up towards you with only just red eyes. His eye sockets are slightly caved in as he looks up to you, Lyria. Please have a seat.
Sit
Gentle.
down.
I was
and
about to bust
toggle
this dude's
the
head open.
combat HUD.
Yeah, I know. I could say
Yeah.
like, wait,
Turns off the combat HUD.
we don't have to do this,
Um,
guys. We can talk.
I'll step forward and pull a chair for Valeria to sit down in.
Oh, thank you.
And I'll stand behind her kind of like a bodyguard, because I don't trust this shit.
So what is it that brings you to my chambers?
Well, we're looking for somebody.
Who
We're
are you
trying to get
looking
through the tower because there's what we presume a teleportation circle or a time rift or a thingy that produced the big fella over there.
There's
wouldn't be much
nothing
to ask.
in the tower. Please have a seat.
Well, there is now. I just now was in the tower, and there's a circle on the top floor.
Peculiar. Please have a seat.
Since sitting down, have I felt any different?
Not at all.
Can I try and get up?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, I'm just making it like I'm just shifting my dress and I sit back down again.
What is it that brings you to my chambers?
We just told you. We're trying to get into the tower.
You see, this figure is just blatantly staring at you, not giving you a response to what you said.
We're here because we want to start a circus in your fortress. Would that be okay with you?
Such a peculiar request. I'm afraid there isn't space for that.
Okay.
Please, I will have to have you fill out these forms as he places down pieces of parchment on the opposite side of the desk towards you.
Any legal background?
Should I step forward and grab one just to see what it's like?
Okay. As you grab the pieces of parchment, which languages do you speak?
Excellent question. Let me just get up my fancy. Where would I even see this?
Only Kaim was
I
here.
I speak Celestial, Common, Dwarvish, and Halfling.
You have no idea what language this is.
I glance.
Yeah,
at my
we are
shoulder.
going to need a lawyer.
We are here because we have seen three locks, one room, but not in Gloom. We have seen the dance, enjoyed the wine, and which we are now in the room where the key of flight is where it resigns. I would have quoted the thing more accurately, but
With the last word you speak, a drawer opens up on his side of the table as he pulls out like a small stack of parchment. As he hands it down, there's 6 forms. I need you to fill these out in order to resign.
One for each, including Rev.
We don't wish to resign.
You are not the help.
No.
we are here for the key of flight.
I beg your pardon. These are not for you in that case, as he stows them away.
I mean, unless of course the help can go in the tower and clean, in which case we are the help. I misplaced the key. If you have a copy, that would be great.
You see a slight smile on this disheveled face. If it only was that easy. I would need to see your formal papers of your employ.
Do we have anything with any like crests on it from people that we've worked
Yes,
for?
we're currently employed by the Queen of the Avia. and I'm showcasing the royal decree. Not handing it to them, just rolling it up, showcasing it, and then rolling it back up and putting it back in.
As you unfurl it to showcase, you see the man producing a small magnifying glass, puts it in front of his eye. Those papers will suffice. Please, if you would like to resign, as he puts down the pieces of parchment again.
Okay, let's all just have a look and read it and see. So we'll all like group around one and just read it. What language is it?
There's nothing on the papers. The parchment is blank.
What are we resigning from?
From being the help.
What exactly does the help do?
They help.
With?
You don't get a response on that question.
Expecting him to say help again.
Yeah.
Help with help. Duh.
Like Joey doing the little hands in Friends.
Yeah.
Giving and helping and receiving and helping. Can I do... I mean, he looks dead as fuck, right? He looks real dead.
Yes.
Okay. How long have you been without help?
There's always been help. Have you not been walking around the premises?
We certainly have.
And certainly you have walked into the help.
Is it just you here, or is there anyone else working here? Except for the help. We all know about the help.
There's about 7 in employ. The rest of my family has gone. They passed away some years ago.
Sorry to hear that. I'm looking at Adara like, I don't know what the fuck to do here. This guy's crazy.
If we resign, do we get the key as like a parting gift, like a
Key to the
thanks for
city,
the help,
mayor
yeah.
kind of thing.
What is your name?
The name is Mikael Highshade, of the Highshade family.
Have we heard anything
Are you-
about the High Shades?
You
Yeah.
have heard of the Highshade family before.
The name's ringing a bell.
Are you related to the Clear Shades?
Clearshade is a city.
Isn't one of Kaim's surnames Highshade? Just putting it out there.
Is it?
We all turn to Kaim and wait a response.
Yeah, Kai.
I don't think so.
I
I do not know anyone except for their first
characters on the
name.
forge.
Oh,
I mean,
Oh, is-
according to
is
them,
it?
His name was
It
Kylie,
is.
so...
I shade Lucius.
Oh yeah.
oh yeah.
Whoa,
Well,
twist.
Information I'm sure he's given us before at some point, and thus
Yeah,
we knew it.
we have a long lost relative of yours here.
He's just catatonic, sitting in the hall for some reason. I'm sure he'll be fine in a
He
minute.
just found out his family died. It's fair enough.
Yeah.
Are you
Wow.
from this plane? So Highshade.
Such an odd question. I am
Is
from
it?
around here.
Well, given that we also know Highshades and they're not from this plane, as far as we know.
With the mentioned plane, you notice that he hasn't the foggiest clue about what you're speaking of.
Mhm. Do I know the deity or a creature, whatever, that the High Shades are serving? I know what they represent. I don't know if I know a name or not.
You have no clue.
Got a test I'd like to try. So the bookshelves are lined with books, presumably.
Mhm.
Can I pick one up that looks a bit old? If there's one that looks older than the rest.
They all look to be from a little bit the same age, especially since all of them have weathered in a way.
Okay.
So there's no
Oh.
exact pinpointing on which one is the oldest.
Okay. I'll ask if I can pick one up.
I prefer it you don't.
Ah, sorry. It's just I'm so curious by your collection. Like, for example, when was this book? When was it written?
That dates back to 1472.
Cracky. How long ago would that have been?
150 years.
Does that check out for them in the same time period as us? Because I don't want to just straight up ask them, what year is it?
Well, given that we're currently in the year 642, no.
Oh, my plan worked.
He said
Oh,
1400
interesting.
and something, right?
Mm-hmm. 1472 is the book from. And it's
So
That's a
150.
while away from now.
It's 150 years old.
Interesting.
Then again, who knows?
I
how
continue
ancient-
perusing the bookshelf.
Oh yeah, we don't know how the time works on this plane here.
Yep.
Which I guess you have your answer now. To keep. That we can't tell you what year it is now.
Yeah, this is an issue.
Really no.
Is there
Maybe-
anything we can do to get that key? That's really all we need.
Well,
Yeah, old man, give us the key.
Are you ready to resign?
From?
Do you want me to resign?
From
Do you
the
want-
help.
I'll-
It's been
I'll
established
resign.
quite
Help,
clearly.
Let's just sign up to be the help. Let's just do it.
No, no,
Yeah,
I think we need to
resigning.
talk
Yeah.
terms, conditions, and payment, and we should definitely talk about severance package.
eh,
I'll leave that to
how many sick days a day a week?
a day? 6 days a day.
How many sick days a day do we receive? Yes,
No work.
please.
What does it mean for us to resign from the help? What does that include?
You are no longer an employee.
And why would we be in your employ?
Are you not the help?
No.
Then if you are not the help, you are trespassing. I kindly ask you to vacate the premises.
Well,
Once
in order
again?
to do that, we need the key.
Yes.
Are you ready to resign?
I'm ready to resign. Fuck
I'm
it.
ready
Yes,
to
give me the
resign.
papers.
Yeah.
As you look at the empty papers,
Didn't he give us some papers with language on it, though?
Oh, there's empty papers that he pulled out of the thingy when
Of the
I
drawer.
asked about the resign. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I've got paper with some incoherent language on it
Yeah.
as
Mhm.
well.
Can I look at it? I speak Primordial, Elvish.
Yeah, none of this makes sense to me.
If only Kaim was
Any
here.
Netherese?
Draconic.
does look like Netherese to you, Edgar.
Oh, there you go.
Fine.
Nice.
With my quite a ways in learning Netherese, can I work out what some of it says?
Give me an intelligence roll.
Sure thing.
Straight up
strong stat.
intelligence.
What was that? Just an
Oh, nat 20,
intelligence.
nat 20.
Saving throw, ability checks there.
Ability check.
Thank you, Kaim. And normal. Is it normal? or
Normal,
disadvantage?
yes.
Or- Okay, cool. Just wanted to check. Fuck!
Great.
You
Good job.
find out the first word with
The-
the subject of the papers that are in Netherese is employee contract.
No, first we need to.
The ones you were
It
handed
is-
to resign are empty.
I don't know.
Someone pass me a pen. I have an idea.
Maybe just write I resign
Yeah.
Can you write Neloresian?
I was just going to go with I resign, but I also get the key and then sign my name and see if that works, you know? Like,
Can I cast Identify on one of the blank sheets of parchment?
You can.
It takes a minute.
Okay, and she will busy that minute. What's someone else doing in that minute?
Just looking through the titles of the books. Obviously not touching them, but
Mm-hmm.
seeing if I recognize any titles.
The titles don't seem to be familiar. Your Netherese is also a little bit rusty.
Quite a beginner at Netherese. Just, I think one more week should do it.
Sakib, what are you writing down on the resign paper?
I'm trying to think. Oh, I'm just gonna put in place of resignment, I gain the key of the key, whatever, and then I'll just sign my name.
Your flight.
Key of flight, if that's the right one.
As you sign off your resign papers, at the same time the identify spell goes off, as there is an enchantment on it. The paper themselves are an official binding contract that binds a soul to a certain key. As if a phylactery or that of a lich. Sakib, I need you to make a constitution saving throw with disadvantage, please.
Alright, well I've been rolling that one, so... Oh wait, I have my cloak, so that'll give me like, what?
That gives you a +1.
You have a cloak of protection. Motherfucker.
I'm rich.
After
But
you
also
sign
dead, so...
your name, you see the ink with which you wrote starts to leap onto your hand across your arm as you feel your heart starts to pound. And with every beat, the rest of you see Sakib's veins start to blacken. As
take
I
the
think
paper.
everyone
eyes-
should run before this gets serious.
I take the
over.
I take the paper and I burn it.
It can't be burnt, it's a magical item.
As I feel myself going a bit shit, I try and just like run through this door just to get far away from everyone.
As you start running, you rush into a door that is locked. I need you to make a charisma saving throw
Okay, I can
with
do that.
disadvantage.
I can also do that. Oh!
You feel the pull of the man behind the desk, trying to give you a command in your head. Perish.
Man, what's happening to him?
Wait, what did he say?
Perish.
Motherfucker! Do I want to perish, or am
Nope.
I just that I?
You have resisted that.
Old man, what's happening to him?
He resigned.
I
As he
how
starts to stand up. The chair on which he sits screeches back as the unsheathing sound of a longsword blares
I
out.
cast a spell.
You start casting a spell at the same time?
Yep.
Okay, I need everyone to roll me an initiative.
How do I roll initiative on this? Do I just click the initiative button?
You just click the
Yeah.
initiative button.
Sorry, I knocked your dice.
Ooh, look at me.
I swear to God. Roll an efficient. There we go. There we go.
There you go.
You just wasted a perfectly good 20.
You think wasted?
As
Well, yeah.
the man unsheaths his sword and stands up, You are first, Ardero.
I cast Tasha's Mind Whip.
Okay.
What's a cast spell? Oop, that's the wrong one. Cast spell.
This is why you gotta read the T's and C's, ladies and gentlemen.
To be fair, there weren't any and you didn't write any, so I don't think you can
I
take the blame for
technically
this thing.
did, and it just.
Did it ask you to like roll an intelligence check?
It did not.
It was a Constitution saving throw, I think.
No. The creature
You
has to
have
make
to
intelligence saving throw.
You
I
have
did.
to click damage first.
Okay.
Then it should prompt me,
Normal.
which it does. Rolling
Alright.
a 12. It is hit. What does it do on the rest of the turn? It can only take one action, right?
Yes. One action, no reactions. Can't move. Unless like. But its next turn, it must choose whether it gets a move, an action, or a bonus action. It only gets one of the three.
Got it. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
Is the door behind me open?
The door behind you is open, yes.
Yeah, no. I can't. I'm out of things.
Okay. Cirrus, it is your turn. Valeria, you're on deck.
Okay. I'm gonna look at her there and go, "Hey, fire boy!" And I'm going to cast grease on our little friend over here.
Ew.
Okay.
Boop, 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 boom. Doobie-doop, boop, boop, boop.
Serious Saturday Fireboy. That's a new one.
There you go.
As a... What does the spell exactly do?
Slick grease covers the ground in a 10-foot square centered on a point within range and turns it into difficult terrain for the duration. When the grease appears, each creature standing in its area must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or fall prone. The creature that enters the area or ends its turn there must also succeed on a dexterity saving throw or fall prone. And of course, he's now covered in grease, which is very flammable. So there you go.
As you throw this spell-like bag towards the creature, it covers completely in grease as you see it's unsteady and slips and falls prone.
Of course,
It is now hidden behind the desk. None of you can see.
but also covered in grease. So
Yep.
and also not going to attack us. So
Pretty good.
and I'm done.
Right, Valeria, it's your turn.
Okay, so I can't see him behind the desk.
Nope.
You are welcome.
That's fine. I'll move. Can I move here and stand on the chair?
You can.
Great. Can I see him now?
You can see him now.
Okay, I will cast. Guiding bolt.
Okay. Do know it's a ranged attack. The guy is prone, so you will have disadvantage.
Okay.
You're welcome.
You did great.
Really felt this one.
Alright. 13.
13 misses.
Okay. He's so greasy and slippery now. And I have used my action. I think I'll just wait there, but I'll just stay standing in the chair.
Okay. Sakib, it is your turn. Edgar, you're on deck.
Can Valeria see the thing now?
Valeria can see, yes.
I shimmy along. Oop, fuck. What? I'm my own target now. Hold on. I shimmy along to here. Is he
Okay.
like, whereabouts is he on the floor? Just like, which square rather?
He would be around here.
Fuck, I can't get to him because of the fucking grease.
No, he's there. He's
Yeah, you can.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
just gonna
literally-
stand there and be like,
Yeah, just hit him.
"Hey, asshole, nobody tells me what to do." And then I'm gonna cast. In fact, no, I'm gonna transform. I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do
Transform, what the
Celestial
fuck?
Revelation.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna bonus action Celestial Revelation because this motherfucker's pissed me off.
Okay.
I don't know how to do it. Okay, there we go. This is my
So
bonus action.
what you see is Sakib's armor from the back had these strange slits between them, and wait, hold on. Do I have the right one in mind? I don't think it's that one.
No, this is the one where
This
just
is
like
the other one.
eyes go
Right. So there's no slits, but you can see Sakib's eyes completely golden over as light starts to emanate from his eyes and mouth.
Cool, and then as an action, I'm gonna stab him with my
Okay, go for it.
thing. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Aha,
Don't forget to
okay.
target, though.
Okay. Sorry, everyone. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, do I get a... I'm just gonna attack. Do I get a...
You get
'cause
advantage.
he's prone?
Yes.
See, you are welcome. Aha.
24 definitely hits.
And then damage... The critical hit because he's prone?
Let me quickly look up prone. I don't think it's an immediate critical.
It's not.
I know
No.
there's-
You
I know
just have
something
advantage.
Yeah, you just
You
have
just have
advantage.
advantage.
Then
Just
I would like to
making
add
sure.
10 to that with the radiant damage as well.
The extra damage equals your proficiency bonus.
It's not 10. That's 2 or something.
So it's 19 points
Three.
of damage.
Oh, is this a 10-foot radius? I'm an idiot.
Yeah. Okay. As you stab into this man's back, it starts true. It is bloodied.
Cool. That's me.
Step away from it.
It's okay. It can
Anything
get
else
up.
you want to do?
It can get up difficultly.
I think it can. I don't want to get attacked. No, well, Sakib
It can't.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
he's a
prone.
tank. He's up in front. He's like fighting this bitch. I'm
He's
just
prone.
stay next to him.
Prone.
He's prone. He's got the fucking spell on him that I cast. He can't attack you.
Sakib doesn't know what y'all can do. I'm just gonna stay there.
Okay,
That's
don't forget to click enter.
Where is that? button?
Combat hut. All
On
the
the
way to the
combat
right.
Mhm.
Edgar, it is
There you
your
go.
turn.
Okay.
Thank
So,
goodness you don't rely on ranged weapons, right?
well, good thing I have a short sword, so I get within range.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to stab at the dude
Okay,
with my short sword.
go for it.
So, do I have advantage?
You do.
Cool, yeah. So, first one.
That does hit.
It's 25 hit. Cool. No. Yay.
And as you stab into it, you notice it doesn't deal as much damage as you had expected it to do. Somehow, Sakib stabbing into it did more.
Also, just for for all of it, it needs to take 3 more extra damage from Radiant from Sakib from the Celestial Relation. It's 3 once at the end of the turn, and 3 for one of the attacks.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think everyone takes it if they're next to me, and then I get to pick an extra person if I hit
Yeah.
them.
Once per turn, every run
You can
around
deal
10 feet
extra
of Sakib, and 1 attack per round. So like it's 6 damage per round in theory.
Oh, it's each of my turn. So as long as I move away from you, you'll be fine.
Oh, Matty.
until the transformation ends, once on each of your turns, you can deal transformation. Each creature within takes radiant damage equal to your proficiency. At the end of each of your turns. Okay, so it takes another 3 because we didn't do that. and then it should be done. Should be
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Thank you. Just putting.
Yeah. No. Good notice.
So then after that, with my Dread Ambusher ability, if
Mhm.
I make an attack action, I can do an additional one with 1d8 extra damage.
Oh,
Mind you, you have 2 attacks to begin with.
Oh, I'm aware. I just thought after this one, I'd do it too. With advantage, yeah?
Hmm.
yeah, it's 3 attacks with advantage. It's pretty big.
Oh shit, wrong dice.
That still hits
It's this one I do, the 1d8.
because you rolled a
Yeah.
2
Yeah,
on it.
19.
Yeah,
It's
still.
19, I think.
Gee.
And then
Again, doesn't deal
with-
as much damage as you had expected it to do.
It's fine. I expect it to do less damage anyway. I'm a ranger. So, and then with my extra attack feature, I shall also do another attack if that's okay.
Hmm.
Cool beans. Shit, I did normal instead of double.
Still,
Ah,
roll a d20 just to see.
yeah. Can never know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll take the first one, please.
Yes.
Just
roll the damage on the second attack.
Yeah. And then because I was
Hold on. As you stab into it, you notice that the creature starts to crumble. So keep, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, I'm connected to this motherfucker.
sorry, Saki.
No, it's all good. It's all good, man. Constitution. Is it disadvantage again?
No, this time it is normal.
Da, 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 da.
I'm sorry, Saki.
You take
Oh!
17 points of necrotic damage. As you can
Wait,
see,
I think
the
it's.
ink. You have resistance.
I have a resistance to it.
Yep.
Mamma
So
mia.
take a total of 8 points. As you see the ink starts to drain through your blood vessels. As
Do I
it-
just manually put in my new health?
Does it look like it goes away, or like does it stay there, the ink?
the ink stays there,
Bloody-
but the creature isn't dead after your last attack, Edgar.
Cool. And because of Gloomstalker, I think. No, Dread Ambush is still. I got an additional 10 feet, so I'm just going to move back to where I was.
Okay.
So I have 40 feet of movement, but that is my guy.
Let's dance,
The
twinkle toes.
creature starts to crawl out of the way and uses the rest of its move action to stand up. So it's no longer prone. But that's the end of his go.
No.
It's still covered with grease or not?
Yes.
It is
I'm
not.
asking the
No,
DM.
no.
Okay.
Why would it crawl?
As if it stood up, it would have slipped over.
Yeah.
It's got a big brain.
This creature seems to be more intelligent than it looks like.
Interesting. Well, I'm peppering it. Whoop.
Whoa, it's animation!
Yeah.
For some reason, it.
Also,
Why doesn't it let me? Nope, not that either. For some reason, it doesn't let me use my wand again.
Try to do it from your character sheet. From your spellbook.
Be careful, you only have one use left.
I am doing it from like my spell book, and it's not working there.
Is it not giving you a pop-up?
Mm-mm.
It says null charges.
I have 7 charges.
Okay. But
Well-
I mean, when it comes up on the chat thing, it's saying null overcharges. That's what I'm saying. Maybe something wrong with the macro there or something.
1 second. Maybe I can find a workaround.
Yeah, I'm looking with you just to make sure.
I'm an idiot. I forgot I get 2 attacks.
Ooh.
I haven't played this game in a while.
We literally played it last week, Alina. What are you on about?
I mean,
I'm doing workaround. Cast spell. Okay, the workaround doesn't work.
It worked last week because I tested it. Just to make sure.
Like it's not showing up in my inventory as like a spell, which it used to be. I used to have like a slot for like first level spells, and I had magic missile in there, which is
Yeah.
now isn't anymore.
No, it's not.
Whatever. For the sake of everything, I'm just casting Tasha's Mind Web again.
Okay. I'll quickly look into it during the break. As it fills again.
And I step out of the room.
Cool.
So-
Keep.
Used to be dead.
Could you do a Constitution saving throw, please?
where'd my character?
And add a +8 modifier to it.
Okay, is it just a regular one, yeah?
Yeah.
22?
Okay. You notice that the ink starts to lift up, trying to pierce your skin once again, though they can't seem to penetrate through into your veins as the ink starts to leap and drip off of your arm. The creature seems to be dead.
Fucking disgusting. I'm gonna stoop down and rummage through its blood to look for a key.
Okay.
Right. Well, that was something. I think next time we see a dead creature, we just instantly attack it. How are you feeling, Sakib? Are you right?
Feeling a little weird. And I'm gonna drop the transformation so the light starts to fade so I don't accidentally burn any of you guys.
As you rummage through the body's remains, you find a longsword that seems to be still of an intact use, as well as leather armor, but it seems to be pierced by swords.
Is its key not around its neck?
It is lying in a puddle of blood.
Get the key.
At least we got the key one way or another.
Yeah, does the keep look like normal again?
Yes.
Well, I guess can.
I dropped it.
Yes,
Oh, we
they
have the
do.
key. It is a pretty good sword here if any of you think you could benefit from it. I have my own key leash, so I do not need it.
I'm good as well. It doesn't have anything else on it, does it?
Just the leather armor.
Not that I could see, no.
Should we search the room?
You can if you want to.
Okay.
Let's see what this door over here does. Ooh, fun, fun.
Yeah, I would like to know what is inside the whatever this thing is called here.
The desk.
Thanks. Okay. They probably had like some in Germany, like a thing like that would be called a Sekretär, which is like a fancy name for like a desk like that.
Get there.
It's not a lectern. It would
No,
just be a
we don't have
desk.
a fancy word for it. It's just a desk.
Yeah, it's just a desk.
Or a bureau.
Secretary. I have find traps. I've never used it before. I'll go to Alina and I will
Ooh.
cast find traps on this.
We are the
door.
traps.
As you cast this fancy spell that you've never done before, you don't seem to detect any traps.
I just tried something I've never done before, and I think it went really well. And there are no traps, and I don't think that's me doing badly at it.
Oh, that is very
Oh,
good.
do you
to
know
hear.
that it has
Very
worked?
proud of you.
Cyrus
I
gives you a
just felt
thumbs
I
up.
felt like it went really well.
Oh, okay. It was like a magical thing. I see.
Yeah. I just
Is
felt
there
like-
anything on the desk?
There's pieces of parchment, there's some papers that have scribbles on them, but no actual language.
Yeah, okay. I'm not touching any of the papers.
I mean, we could take the paper and make other people sign weird bonds on them. Well,
Going
Uh-huh.
No, you
through-
saw what that sheet did.
I know, I did.
You're fine. You're still here.
It hurt.
No.
Did it?
Yes.
Ah, you're a big boy. You will
it
live through
hurt.
it.
Oh, Valeria, it hurt.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
Now look here, okay? Look, scars I can handle. That thing that was inside of me, okay? I do not fuck with that.
I'll cast Healing Word on Alina. Oh, sorry, on
It's a keep. Going through the desk and going through some of the drawers, you find a total of 4 healing potions.
Oh, or
Wait, I retcon the Healing Word.
No.
Because I can't find it.
Like,
These are,
could-
the- no, these are 50 each. We're not using them when we don't
Oh,
have
I do
them.
have it. Never mind. Yeah, here we go. Found it.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm noting those down.
thank you. That is very kind of you.
You're welcome. It's what I do. So if you ever feel hurt or like you have anything afflicting you, come to me.
she's the
One
cleric.
slight problem, and then I'm gonna
the cleric.
She's
off
the
the side of
cleric.
my head, my finger glows, and then I restore my last temporary hit point with lay on hands.
Oh well. Okay. Well, now we have you.
I mean, if you get hurt, you come to me. It maybe could be like a trade kind of deal. It
Mhm.
works both ways, you know.
It's great. I've always had to do it for everyone before. I feel so safe right
No, Cyrus has been doing this as well.
now.
What am I?
Do they remember to thank you?
Fucking cool.
You are very appreciated. Thank you
I
very
leave
much,
the room.
everyone. You can't. I'm standing in front of the door.
Mm,
Cyrus, you've been doing
Get
so
my
great
way.
with. You've been doing so great with opening doors. Maybe you can try and help Valerian to keep open that door over there.
is it my own? I'm a trained artificer.
And you're very good at creating
Ooh,
keys,
lots.
apparently.
Great.
Wouldn't it be hilarious if we just killed this guy for the key to this door and it wasn't actually for the tower? I'm just gonna test real quick and I'll use the pinky key and see if it's for this door. If we've just fucked it up.
He breaks.
The lock on this door looks similar to the lock to the tower. And as you put it in, you can see a almost crystalline shimmer covering over it when you get close. Though as soon as you get the key about an inch or so away, you see 2 part ways as if a door opening. As you can stick in the key
Oh,
and unlock the door.
Very
Oh, no.
nice.
Yeah, you have nailed that one as well, Cyrus. Don't worry about it.
And now the bathroom.
That was the boss's secretary.
Window
Yes.
is open, so's that door.
As you step outside, you can see a balcony overlooking the front courtyard.
That was
Oh,
pointless.
this is... Yeah, fuck it. I guess we go to the other
Yeah,
door.
well, let's go to the tower.
lovely
Like-
balcony.
Who has a balcony and does not decorate it? Like, this is boring.
Where's the
Or
bar-
people.
parasol? The hot tub.
Yeah, we make
Is
our way
everyone
to
done
the.
looking around in here?
Yeah, we make our way to the tower.
Reese,
I'm
I'd
half
like to grab
expecting to
one
see
of the
Edgar
books
just
from
go
the shelf.
with
Yeah.
all the shelves.
Don't tempt me.
You want to grab a book from the shelf.
Yes, please.
Roll me a D1000, please.
Fuck.
Woo! Gets
Um,
50 Shades of Grey.
I fucked up, guys.
Yeah.
No mind. Might be good. Yeah, I'm good again.
you take 633 points of damage. Fuck.
Rip.
Again.
And every single one of your coming characters.
As you
Rip.
pull it out, in the crude netherese that you can find, it reads the Eye of the Trident. As it portrays this trident
Oh, yeah.
in front of the cover, and in the center where the fork splits, there's like this eyed jewel almost staring towards you, and as you look closer, it is actually a jewel inset into the book.
I'll take the book, bung it in my bag.
Okay.
Are these? As I see you do that, if I do see you do that, I'm going to say I do. Me with my mandolin that I've stolen under my elbow, under my arm, I'm like, Edgar, you can't just steal from people.
Quite sure they won't miss it.
Not once. Burn this house down as well, right?
Bloodline ended with him, and maybe Kime.
Or maybe not Kai. Maybe this is Kai's ancestor. If this is, I don't know what day, year, whatever.
Oh, this would be kind of ironic.
What if that was Kai?
Oh my god.
No, Cam's still here. Yeah, we make our way to the stairs, I think.
Okay.
Right, let's go. If I can navigate.
Oh god. Let me just
This
zoom
way.
there.
Oh, bloody.
Where does this start, guys? Oh wait, back the other way.
Get.
Yeah.
Following you. It's a key.
Oh, is it
Reese.
this?
Oh wait, the door's here.
As everyone's leaving, I'll quickly grab another book on my way out and bung it in my bag.
Edgar.
Not sure if I just went upstairs or downstairs, by the way.
Roll me
wait.
another
We
This
upstairs?
looks like upstairs.
Okay, back it down.
D1000, please.
Wait, where's the tower? Is that on the first floor?
Yeah,
Would have
we
loved if you rolled the
ground
same one. That
floor.
would have been crazy.
That really would have been.
As you pull it out, there's this strange triangular building on the front of it that has wispy, like, smoke coming off of it. The title in which language do you speak?
Oh wait, I
Common,
found the
Dwarvish, Elvish, Goblin, Undercommon, and a tiny
on
bit of Netherese.
In the stairs.
In Undercommon,
Hey, bang.
it says Sign of the Ghostly Pyramid.
Ghostly pyramid. Buildings, sign.
Yeah.
Trouble's there, yes.
Yeah, I'm stuck in the stairs.
Yeah, there's like another stairwell. I didn't realize there was two.
I used my arrow keys for it. You need to like press
I'm
down
trying-
and side to the same time.
Oh.
Then you go diagonal. Yeah.
Oh, I see. There we go.
We
Cool.
made it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wait for the gang.
Get some light reading done.
Oh, I fucked it. Sorry.
Point out to the party that there's a statue or something like that around the corner of this door. And
You're going the wrong stairs, Matty and Helen.
Sorry.
It's around the corner to your left.
Can I cast light on my sword just so we can see in the dark here?
We're going down.
Oh, we can see in the door.
You have to go down to go up.
That's what I've always said in business.
Because the map's dark.
So philosophical.
I'm glowing? Wow.
That didn't really work for me, but
You're
bet you are.
casting light, right?
Yeah, just on my sword, just so we can see a bit better. Like I can see in the dark, but it's just.
Oh jeez, that's bright now.
Hallelujah.
It actually is bright.
I know.
Okay.
Like-
It's bright light. It's
Oh,
like
the
a
night
white,
light.
bright light.
Yeah, but Valeria's Valeria's
I'm so
token is
sorry.
like literally just a white blob in my head.
I'm so sorry.
Because I was even pale.
She's albino.
I informed the party that there's a headless statue behind the store. It didn't do anything when I was there, but it had a flail or something, so just keep that in mind.
Okay.
Open it up.
As you again get the key close, about an inch or so from the lock, the crystalline purple shimmer opens up like a door awaiting its residents as you hear a click and the door opens.
Statue is still the same. I remember it, right?
Yes.
Did the statue do anything? You mentioned last time it looked like he was holding something, no?
Yeah, flail.
Flail.
Right. Let's get to the
What's
tower.
that?
So there's a little pig icon on you.
That's the grease.
It's the grace.
I think we'll be done at this point. Oh, we should have tried to put burns. Fuck.
That's what I told you to do.
Well, he walked out of it.
I know.
I would have committed to it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm stuck in the fucking wall again.
Oh gods.
Oh, I'm
Oh god, there's
flying.
so many left.
Whee! I'm outside.
So many floors to this.
Oh yeah, I'm flying as well. I'm not stuck. Maybe we're not flying, but like rather like on the first floor on the grass again.
I feel my
No,
Wi-Fi struggling to hold on as I
no.
load each new chunk.
No.
Looks a keep. This is your circle thingy.
I think fuck it, he's still here.
Oh
There you
wait,
I
there's
knew
Margaret.
it, Carson. Oh,
As
shit.
you step onto the tower. For most of you, a familiar figure stands in one of the arrow-slit openings, looking away into the distance. As a soft voice starts to speak, it's followed by a guttural rumble. I see you have made your way. Such a shame that you already have to leave. And without dinner even.
Maybe next time.
Well, wherever you are going, I will follow. And I will tear you to pieces. For
Sorry.
I am no longer bound to this place. Thanks to you, dear. As she turns around, and for the first time, Sakib, you get a clear view of this woman. Let me pull her up for you.
The hottie with the body.
For the first time, you get a clear view of this young woman with auburn hair, small freckles, a crackling of flame going through her eyes. If it weren't for you and your master, I wouldn't have means to leave this place for good. Finally, I can wreak the havoc I was promised. My brother, only thinking about eating mum and dad. But precious mummy wants me released, bringing darkness back across the realm. And with the last words, the guttural rumble sounds extraordinarily familiar to you, Ardaro, as you have heard a voice speaking in a similar way. As you notice the complete physical features of Margaret starts to shimmer and blur. As her head splits open, her chest rips apart, as her arms start to grow. As she starts to grow, these scaly, long, elongated arms, claws protruding as her neck starts to lift out of what previously was her head as a dragon-like featured head turns out. Teeth lined like daggers waiting to rip into someone's flesh as a complete physical body changes into that of a dragon.
In this tower or like out the tower?
No, inside of the tower. Like the tower splits and cracks open
Oh.
as she starts to grow. Finally, Arveav is free, and I can do what I want. I will see you, or I won't. It doesn't matter. I've already won. Now, you are supposed to be legends.
I tell him, you might have won one fight, but you have not won the battle. In the most intimidating way possible. And I have advantage.
Disregarding whatever you're saying, she just.
I have advantage against dragons.
She continues on.
Okay.
Your world will be mine.
That was a good laugh.
Your families will be food. And my minions will wreak havoc across all the lands. Now it's time. Follow me if you must. Oh. Prism Dragon Hunters, Slayers of Legends. I will kill. As she steps into the circle and disappears with a flash.
Shit. Is the dragon that will devour my world. We created the event. Coming back to stop it.
That's the issue with time traveling right there, isn't it?
We just stayed here, and we just don't. That's fine.
I mean, it's
My
the future,
family
right?
is on the other side of that portal. That is my life.
Wait. We
Okay,
don't
then
know. No, we don't know which time this leads to, right?
Back
This
to my
was-
world. This is
yeah.
mine.
Yeah.
How do you know?
Well, this is
Because
where
that
he
is
came
where I
from.
came through.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have came here if the dragon wouldn't have existed
No.
yet at your place.
Listen,
And the
event
dragon-
is that we kill the dragon. Therefore, we have to meet up with it in the future. Otherwise, I would not have come back.
You're not getting what I'm saying.
Me.
You're not getting what I'm saying. You wouldn't have even tried to travel in time if there wasn't a dragon already in your time. So if the dragon just now shows up at whatever timeline this is where they step through the teleporter, must have been before you set out your journey.
It is
Yes.
the legend. It is the legend.
Why would there
The
be a
legend is
legend of a? Why would there a legend of a thing that hasn't happened yet?
Because it has. Because we are about to create it. Even if this does not take it back to necessarily my time, we still have to go through and defeat it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We don't know which time it is that you're going to. This could lead to any time whatsoever.
Still have to go through.
Hmm.
I mean,
Hmm.
no offense, but it's only your life this is affecting.
Yeah.
We would
No.
get
Wait, that's not true. We don't know which it would be affecting or not.
I mean, let's. I'm gonna put this out. Let's just right. So remember when we had like the map thingy, and then we looked at the map, and then we were like, "Hey, Sakib, here's the map of the world. Where do you come from?" I'm talking about you. I know you're here. And then Sakib was like, "Oh, here, but it looks really weird because in my time it's like super lush and whatnot." But then Sakib said he's only from 25 years in the future. I think it can't even be our like actual world. It must be like some weird mirror world or something. Like a whole continent doesn't become lush in like 25 years.
I mean, you've
So
seen
really?
what magic. You've seen what magic can do.
Sakib, how old are you?
38.
Hmm?
38.
38.
38. So you were born in this continent that is your home, correct?
Correct.
And it's always been the way that you know it now. Lush and beautiful and jungle-like.
Is it lush and beautiful and jungle-like?
I thought it was
Not,
a desert.
not
Yeah,
jungle-like.
it's
It's also not
Yeah,
a
it's not
desert.
jungle.
It is similar
You-
to how to what Turkey looks like. Like there's coastal
Okay.
areas. There's no
Okay.
actual desert. It's literally mountains, forests, grasslands.
Okay. Point being, over the course of your life, there has not been some weird random transformation of this continent. It's always been sort of like the way you remember it as home. which is
Would I be able to tell them about that strange event? Like, I'm assuming Sakib knows about the whole
You know about the event.
time bubble.
You do know about it.
That... It is hard to put into words because I do not fully understand it, but where I am from, something landed in my world and created almost a bubble around it of time. And they were able to advance their civilization beyond the outside world before we could keep up with it. That is how we've been able to use time travel today, and it's what little knowledge we have gained from this event. Is that am I from inside the bubble or from the outside?
You're from within.
My civilization, we're not really from here either. We have grown because we were able to warp reality around us. The Sultanate is a strange place.
Okay. Let's be realistic about this. We don't know which time this is going to be, right? There's two options that we have. Either we go through this portal right now and try and chase around Margaret or whatever the dragon is in that timeline, or we try and we do like a like a pincer movement, right? We stay here. We find a way with the Vistani to travel back to our timeline, and then get more powerful in that timeline, and then try and find out when and where, or at least like be powerful enough to meet Margaret whenever Margaret arrives in the timeline, right?
Well, we have a door to that timeline here, so we could piss about for 20 years here, do nothing, walk through, and still walk out at the same time as her. We don't have to go through now, but
we don't know if that's how it works, right?
Say this is a gateway to 3 p.m. No matter when we go through now, it will always be 3 p.m. that we come out of there. Surely, if we go through now, we will arrive at the exact same time she will, no matter what.
Then that's even worse, because we can't fight her, so...
Yeah, I need more life experience.
Wait, how would that even work?
Time.
I definitely vote no to going through and getting murdered by Margaret. That's a no from Ceres.
What our hero was saying was right. You know, we train now, we get stronger now. Say we get 10 years from now. I'm not saying 10 years, but then we go through that portal. Longer. We arrive at the same time.
That would be weird as well. Would we not, like, if we were all to like arrive at the same instantaneous moment, wouldn't we all like just squish? Could we not just like send like a rock through this now and just end Margaret? Because it would arrive at the same time as her.
This is a good idea. Oh my god. I cast acid.
Send like a forever's through, you know?
Sakib, could you roll me a history check?
I can see that. Let me have a look. Story check. I'm dumb as shit.
You can recall that there have been sources found that are like primary sources about this so-called group that you are set out to find, and that they would have perished long before this conflict would arise. As in they were not within the bubble. No, sorry, they were within the bubble. I confused myself there.
I'm confused now.
They were within the bubble as soon as the Sultan landed.
Okay,
as in they aged as fast as the rest of the certain continent that you're from.
You might not really understand what this Sultanate means. Yeah. So I'm trying to rephrase it in my words, and you tell me if I understand it correctly, okay? It's a place that is within a bubble that has a different way of aging, right? A different timeline. And it arrived in the Heavier in a certain position and replaced that certain position.
As far as I'm aware, yes. Mr. DM is that.
Is that correct?
Is the bubble still there, or has that come down?
No,
now?
the bubble has come down, and it's the continent Dahavia and the dominion of the elves is still there. It's just the inner landmass that was surrounded by the inner sea that has expanded outwards towards the both continents, connecting them together. It's as if something impacted with such a velocity that it created a crater at first, but then it started to shape itself into a normal continent.
Right.
Okay. So they're extra out of time. And what you're saying is that we perish before the event of you arriving transpires.
Run that by the DM.
From sources that have been found, there is talk about that. Yes,
Okay.
that's
But
why
what
you are
makes-
legend. That is why you are
Alright.
looking for a legend.
But
We
wouldn't...
haven't done anything legendary yet, so like,
Yeah.
we're definitely not the versions of ourselves to do this anyway. So, like,
Wouldn't this just mean that we disappeared now? Wouldn't this also not count as perish if you just arrive at a different timeline?
well, I mean, we definitely will perish if we go through now. 100%.
It is.
I mean, before we do anything here, we should sleep. We have exhausted
hmm
our magical ways, at least I have. Do we feel comfortable sleeping here, or do we want to go back to the inn?
There's a lot of beds here.
Yes, but there's also
Space out.
whatever this bookkeeper was and whatever is in
He's
the...
dead. He's dead. And if we feel like
Right,
we're bored, we
yeah.
can go down to the ballroom and have a dance.
Yeah.
Yeah, Edgar would want. You want to dance, Edgar? Yeah, yeah. Edgar wants to dance. Rodero.
I guess we could sleep here. Just would feel more comfortable sleeping in, like, I guess it doesn't really matter on this plane.
Yeah, I mean, we go back to the inn. Some snarky girls will just cast magic on you again. So you know, it doesn't really.
Would my Arcana proficiency, whatever, give me some insight on how this magic circle works? Given all the information I have now as well through Sakib.
Make an Arcana check. With disadvantage.
Right.
This magical circle is highly sophisticated. It's almost as if a form of tinkering is mixed in with arcane knowledge, creating a portal or a gate that is set for about 10 minutes. And after that, the circle can't be activated.
Well, it's been active for more than 10 minutes.
It does look different than it looked before when I was in this place here.
It
Yeah, I feel
certainly
like when I
looks
came through, it
brighter.
was glowing. It's
It
There is a
certainly looks
possibility that-
brighter.
the door I came through is not the same door she's just come back through.
She could have gone anywhere. We don't know.
Either we run through now and catch up with her, or we may never catch up with her.
But even if we catch up with her, it's.
She's a dragon. We can't. She's
I mean-
like she said. She's already won. What can we do?
And giving up
She is
isn't an
not
option.
one.
The
legend
giving
is
up
that
is
you slay
giving
her.
up isn't an option either. We discussed this earlier.
Did we?
Yes, we had this talk earlier today.
In my legend, you are the prisoned dragon slayers, which means we have to win against her. I cannot think what
That
other
seems-
dragon it would be.
It
If we
seems rather
think about
weird
it
though.
logically. We can't die before we become legends, right? That's what I'm hearing. So if we die trying to defeat this dragon and we don't kill it, don't kill Margaret, then we would never have become legends in the first place for Sakib to come back in time to recruit us.
That's what I'm saying. We've created an event which it has to transpire.
Okay.
But then why would
I'll
Margaret
flip a
know?
coin.
No, then why would Margaret
No.
know that we are Dragon Slayers in the first place?
Perhaps she
Yeah.
found out of the intel I know. I do not know.
It seems like the best way to get stuck in a loop.
Yeah.
Did she follow you? Could she have listened to us? She was here the whole time. Was she just walking around like...
Maybe she was listening to you when you were talking to us in this plane here.
Hmm.
We know how to activate this circle if it fades away again. Does anyone know?
I don't. This is highly sophisticated.
Look at Sakib.
Yes. I haven't.
I was simply told to stand in it. It is the Magi on my end who did it.
Before you stood in it, what did they do? Did they say anything? Did they do any gestures? What did they do?
I'm assuming some kind of ritual, right? A mighty DM.
The thing you know is that the Sultan did it himself and only had to snap his fingers.
My Sultan is a very, very powerful man. At the click of a hand, I came through time. Nothing I could recreate.
There's also one more thing that we have to keep in consideration, Sirius. I know this might be weighing on you as well. We know that they have a different timeline here than what we have in the Heavier. We don't know if I've heard of this. There's different time speeds in different planes.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know if the few days that we've spent here, if they were actually maybe potentially years in
Oh,
the
I know.
Heavier already.
Mm-hmm.
Us going to a time and a place where we know there is people that can send people through time and space and planes that might be allied to us, or should be at least, given that Sakib is here trying to get us, might be the best way for us to go back exactly where and most importantly when we left off in the Heavier.
It's a big old risk, especially when they're only allied with us because they think we're gonna go kill some dragon.
Well, our goal so far, which is why why we ended up here in the first place, was to hunt down Margaret, or at least stop the cult.
I didn't know who Margaret was until I met her on the boat.
Well, yes, but you knew about the cult, and you've been here to stop the cult because I thought we agreed that it was a universal evil that we have the time and potential talent to stop. I don't think that has changed yet. The alternative of trying to chase down Vistani, which hasn't been very, very effective so far, if I might say, it has been rather futile and ineffective. We have talked to one person so far that was potentially Vistani, that ended up disappearing in a bag. Everyone else just was undead, potentially lying to us. Probably lying to us so far, given that they've been telling conflicting stories. We have no idea. We've been told that this is Margaret's domain. Makes me assume that they are more powerful here than wherever they went, given that, it's their domain.
She just said she was freed.
Doesn't mean that, maybe they draw power from here. As I see it, we have a few options. We can stay here. If we stay here, we can either try to undermine whatever Margaret has built by defeating her siblings. If the other option, if we stay here, is we try and find the Vistani and try and leave back to the Heavier, which we don't know if it works. all of the information that we have had so far upon this was rather weird and cryptic. It would be like, maybe we have luck by manipulating or by talking our ways with the Vistani to manipulate the mist to have us travel, which is, I don't know. Or we stay here, try and become more powerful, and then try and reactivate this circle. Or we see what's on the other side of the circle. Out of character, did I understand it correctly? They said like the circle seems to be like, only lasting for the next 10 minutes. We can't take a rest before going through. Okay.
Technically, whatever we do is the right thing to do because legend will play out. It's like trying to change fate. We cannot. So whatever we do is the right thing. Whatever we choose, it will lead us to the same place.
I don't think that's how it works. Because once you know about your destiny, you can change it.
Well, I just created my destiny.
Well, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
In trying to change it, I created it.
If I were to jump down this tower now, there would be no more me anymore, which would change the future.
Are you going to jump off this tower?
You say that.
You going to jump off or not?
Well, I'm contemplating it, given that it might stop Margaret in existing.
If you do not do it, then I am right. The legend will continue.
Edgar, what were you saying?
I was brought back from the bloody dead.
Now
right. I'm thinking, is that a case of because my destiny wasn't fulfilled?
No, that was clearly because of this fucking weird place here.
You say that. It could have been the most outrageous coincidence.
I'm quite sure you struck some bargain with some deity here, no?
I don't believe so.
How was it about your eyes again?
I mean, I didn't see my eyes, so I wasn't...
Didn't you say you talked to some deity in the night?
No.
No, he didn't.
He didn't say that?
No.
Oh, I mean, okay. No one then. I thought he did. All right, sorry.
I want to stop the cult, but I don't know if we are powerful enough yet to stop a full-flown dragon. And like you said,
we
whatever we
are.
decide is what we do. I don't think we are.
And,
we can
like, for all due respect to Mr. Sakip here, we don't know who the people on the other side of this thing are. We don't know what the time bubble's like. We don't know if we get stuck in there and we can never get home, or how the time works, or how this, that, the next thing. It's just, there's too much.
Well, the information that we have from Sakip implies that the time bubble is gone, or states that the time bubble is gone, but they can reactivate some parts of its magic, which makes it so we can go to different places again. We also don't know if we are stuck here if we stay here. There's also like a very, very big option. It might be that there is no Vistani here anymore. It might be that due to Margaret, the Lord of the Domain, leaving, the mist loses its travel power. There's like so many different options that we can't really weigh upon. I've learned one thing at the military that stuck with me. It is
Yes.
is a bad plan acted upon quickly is oftentimes better than the perfect plan acted upon in a week. We don't know if anything changes here or in the information that we have. We only can act upon the things that we have now.
I try and think of the legend, and is there like any more hints I could think of, or any clues that might lead to the journey of the Dragon Slayers? Like, or do I just know that they are the legends who I need to go and get?
The legend itself tells of a group of heroes that, under strange circumstances, got together and made dealings with dragons before that were seemingly with good intent, as they were set out on a journey south towards one of the continents, they came across a dragon of which color has been lost in time. So upon,
Like 30 years.
so upon returning, they seemingly survived, but were lost when a new nation rose up.
Which would be my nation.
Mhm.
Okay, so it might be 30 years for you guys, but because of my time thing, it's longer for me, which is why it's lost time. Then I guess the years just got fucked along with it.
And if we stay here, maybe one day we'll become powerful enough to be able to activate this circle again, and then we can go through and defeat Margaret when we're ready. But it seems like sure death.
I would like to remind everyone that at least one of the information that we've gotten was that the longer one stays here when they're an outsider, the more likely it is they will just get killed by the mist. Our time here has always been placed on a timer. This might have been wrong information, but that is what we've been told.
Absolutely. But
We died
Jump
to a
through
mist,
there.
we died to a dragon. Same difference.
but we do know where the Vistani are at the moment.
I mean, once again, this might be a personal thing. I'd rather meet something upon my decision rather than them meeting me. I'd rather find my end here now, going through the circle, following Margaret, trying to end Margaret, getting ended by Margaret, than staying here and getting ended by anything else, if that makes sense. Because then it was my decision to meet that end, rather than waiting for an end.
If I clutch my holy symbol, do I feel anything from my god telling me what would be the thing to do, go through the portal or not?
You start to reach out. No feeling. Not the welcoming warmth you usually feel.
Probably divine intervention would have definitely swayed Adero in his
Damn
ideas.
That's just my plug for DM, what do we do?
I mean, we have different options. It's just down to to get the party onto one idea.
You look like you have a keen mind. How long has it been since Margaret went through?
How long has it been since Margaret went through?
11 minutes.
Fuck!
About 3 minutes.
Oh, okay.
What conversation?
Got all the time in the world.
I don't know what is worse, to be stuck in the wrong plane or the wrong time.
But in the right.
Given
in theory.
that we can change time potentially, or that Sakib was able to change time, time might be a solvable issue. We don't know if plane is a solvable issue.
I mean, we're
Especially given
delivered
that...
here by certain powers that still exist here. Presumably with the
Yeah, but we
symbols.
don't know if those powers are malicious or not.
We don't know if the powers on the other side of this are malicious or not. Go through and can't kill the dragon. Oh, well, you failed us. We're not going to
You're
send you back. And then we can't
pretenders.
kill the dragon, and the dragon
Stop.
destroys the civilization. We're stuck in a burning world 25 years from now with no way to get sent back in time.
You will
We're-
kill the dragon.
We can't stop her.
We don't know. We haven't tried yet.
Oh, we can. We did try once. We got absolutely creamed by a bunch of dragons. So
That's
Being
not
here,
how
because
I
we'll
remember
take
it.
down the siblings one by one, make her weaker.
you don't
and now
remember
we can't even
getting
do that.
knocked unconscious?
That dragon fled because they got the
That-
dragon egg. We don't have...
Yes. But do you remember getting knocked unconscious during that fight?
Yes, but if the
Yes.
dragon would have stayed, we would have slain that dragon.
I don't know if that's necessarily true.
That is very much true. That is very much true.
She's just said that she got broken free and now she's even stronger than ever and she could...
That's not what they said. I think they said that they're free to do whatever they want. They're not bound to this reality anymore, this plane.
Then, if that's the case, and we can take her down, then every single other person on the other side of this teleportation circle can also take her down.
Not necessarily.
Out of character, I know what we're supposed to do here. I just don't want to do it. That's what I'm going to say right now.
Same.
That's what I'm just going to say.
I just don't want to stay in fucking Stratland. That place is fucking cursed.
Neither do I, but
Alright.
I also don't want to go through this and lose 30 years of my life and maybe die to a dragon anyway.
I cannot
So-
feel the pull of my god here. I need to go back to my world. I've risked everything I have known, my wife, my child, to come back to find you. This
We
was
can
my
deliver
choice,
you
I
back.
agree, but
That was what we came here to do. We can deliver you back. Just you.
I understand you have been pulled from your worlds too. I know this is not necessarily a gateway home, but it is a gateway somewhere else. Perhaps my people there can help you get back to where you should be. My Sultan is a very strong man, powerful man. He is able to send me back here. He could send you back to your times.
Why can't he kill the dragon if he's so powerful?
But technically it does not come through yet, and I do not know. It is legend.
The thing is, the fact that there's a legend about us, right? Even if we were to walk through this time portal now, it would mean that we would have to exist in our timeline again for there to be a legend about us, right?
Right.
So if we walk through this now, there will be a way for us to go back.
No, because
If
it
you
says
don't-
that we
Promise it,
perished. The legend
could
is that
mean
we
anything.
perished.
Yes, but the legends that we perished regardless of our decision here, because our decision isn't in the legend, right? The legend isn't saying they walked through a time portal and then they died. The legend is saying there is people that perished before we existed, and they kill a dragon, or and they've done certain things. You've said that we aren't legends yet, so it means that we have to exist.
No,
You are a legend in my time.
Yes, so we have to have
Which is
existed and done great things before Sakib
No, you are
traveled here.
legends because you killed the dragon, which is what I've accidentally created by coming back to get you. It's a
Okay,
paradox.
I don't-
You understand?
No, but you can't have a legend about something that hasn't transpired yet, then travel back in
No.
time to create it, and then to create the legend. That wouldn't make sense.
Allow me to draw this for you on a convenient bit of paper I have.
Big circle.
I'm like tapping on the big guy's shoulders. I can see you're strong, but maybe leave the thinking to the two of us here.
Now think about it. I'm from the future, so anything that happens from here till then has happened for me, okay? So we've killed the dragon by then, which is why I've come back to find you to kill the dragon, not realizing it was the same dragon. And besides, perish doesn't mean you necessarily die. Perhaps I transport you back to your timelines and people think...
Yeah,
"Oh,
that's what I've been saying. We just don't exist in that timeline anymore at that point in time.
correct."
But in your timeline, you set out to defeat a dragon that has already been defeated. Is that what you've been doing?
Within the legend, from what I'm aware of the legend, is that we are told that a dragon or something is coming back to destroy the world.
At which point in time? Before?
Oh, I'm
Or-
checking with the DM. I'm checking with, and then by coming back to get this dragon, I've accidentally then unleashed that potential threat. But I don't know if that's the dragon we end up killing, and then it's been misconstrued through time as then a new threat, or if there's two separate dragons. That's the thing here.
Yes.
I don't know how to describe that any better.
The dragon that was looming to attack you is the same dragon as you saw disappear.
Okay. Wibbly wobbly timey wimey shit.
So Sakib is in the year 2020, right? Well, 2022. Tries to travel back to 2017 to take us from there to defeat a dragon in 2020 that has already been defeated in 2022. Is that what you're saying?
It's the other way around.
Oh, because we are the legends that like you're living in the present, right? You hear of legends that defeated a dragon, and then you travel back in time to ensure those people kill the dragon, or like.
No, those legends started after you killed the dragon already. In the same time as you are currently in.
Out of character, I'm pretty sure killing Margaret is still... It's like we're fulfilling the legend and creating it at the same time, is what I think.
Yeah, but like what I'm saying is like...
No, you're not creating the legend.
Wait, so us killing Margaret isn't the legend?
That isn't the legend.
Okay, so we kill some other dragon before we face Margaret, is that what you said?
Yeah, that's why I was like, is there 1 or 2 dragons is what I was confused about.
Okay, so there's 2 dragons in theory.
Okay.
Or we defeat Margaret twice.
Is that also
Now
a possibility?
or in the future?
Both.
I did not know if she had a time.
We were talking about time traveling here. We can't speak of now or in the future. for us, it will be in the future, no matter what. Because we haven't done it yet, right?
We've already killed a dragon. Then how can we go back with Sakib and kill a dragon without it having already happened?
For Sakib, it was in the past and in the future. For us, it will be in the future in both accounts.
If we go back now, then it won't have been in the past. It will have only been in the future.
If we go back, we're not going back though.
Going back in the teleporter, as in.
Yes, we will go into the future, so we will do it in the future, which will be the future as well for Sakib.
Sure.
So after that, we will go back in time though and kill the dragon or whatever that Sakib has been heard that we've killed.
Then we're certainly not the version of ourselves that should be doing this job then. Because we're not the ones that have killed the dragon yet.
No, well...
Does Margaret's dragon form match the image of the dragon that's supposedly going to come threaten my world? Or...
Yes.
Okay.
I think we're getting hung up here on the fact that like it's a dragon and that we fear the dragon. If you have a legend of some people that are cruel enough to kill a toddler, and then you catch those people in a different timeline to kill a toddler for you in your timeline, they could have killed your toddler first before killing their toddler, right? We're only getting hung up on the fact that it's a dragon.
God. Okay,
What?
but
Either way, we definitely need to kill a dragon.
You've heard of a magical crazy people that snap the stick, okay? And you fetch those people to snap or stick for you in your timeline, alright? Them snapping the stick, like the order of the sticks doesn't matter.
it does matter in terms of who's prepared to fight a dragon, though.
Yeah, okay, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, we're only getting hung up on the point that we don't feel that we are ready to fight that dragon because we haven't fought the other dragon
I don't want
yet.
to fight a dragon. I'm not a dragon slayer.
A dragon either. I'm just a little orphan girl from a small town. I don't know how I ended up here, and I don't want to go through a portal.
Why should the orphan whole story about like you being just an orphan girl stopped once you've been chosen by your god, Valeria?
She's also the Messiah, but that's beside the point.
Yes.
Well, I'm a messiah back where I come from 30 years ago in a town that doesn't exist anymore.
Well, we don't know if it's 30 years from then because we don't know which year we are in right now in this plane. We don't know.
As if we go through the portal. That
Yes, but like the thing is that's the one thing that we actually don't know that is like very important though. No matter when we leave this place, we don't know which time we arrive in the Heavier. It might be that this time in here goes slower or faster or the same speed. It might have been that in the time that we've spent from like traveling from up north here to like the south, that 40 years have passed and then we arrive after Sakib is left.
Potentially.
That's a possibility as well.
But we do also know that Margaret's been moving between the planes.
Yes.
Yes, but she's been able to move between the planes, and that hasn't. It's not as if she's left our plane and then reappeared 150 years later. She's done it in relatively short time, so I don't think that would suggest the time is running at a significantly quicker speed.
We don't know about that. We know of her at one time and one place.
With Edgar being conscious of the time, because we were told it's only 10 minutes, he started to take note of what the thing looks like. If we ever need to try and somehow recreate it.
Nice.
I'm personally willing to go through this portal. I'm not sure if any of you have any need to stay in this realm. But
Why don't you
well, we
be
know
the
if we did
guinea
not
pig?
encounter this Margaret there, we could encounter another dragon there, kill that, then you become the legends, then we find Margaret in another time. I think our only option is to go through now.
Well, the order of things doesn't matter if it's time and if it's legend, which is like the whole issue of time traveling.
I do have one question. Whilst Edgar is drawing the runes, at some point is he touching them?
He's kneeling down to get a close look at it.
Okay.
So it could be a case.
Uh-huh.
Right, we're
Roll
hungry now.
me a D100.
This is the DM's way of saying
That's
Alonzi,
it.
let's go.
Above
a
50.
D100.
Yeah, above 50% you touch it.
Oh, jeez.
Beneath 50 you do not.
I feel like you should rather like roll like a fucking
Sorry,
wisdom
what's
check.
that again?
Bye, Edgar.
As you dot down the last rune, you notice that you are not seated correctly, and as soon as you start to move a bit, you fall forward, hitting the edge of the teleportation circle as this large light flashes and Edgar disappears.
Okay, everyone hold hands, we go through now.
I am not going. You guys can go. I am. I'm fine.
Cheers, Terrence.
What would be your plan, Cirrus? What would be your plan?
I will go
Well,
find the
I'm gonna
Vistani, and the
I'm gonna
Vistani will
immediately
take me home.
Step on it, because, like, I know this door's shutting and one of you's gone through, so...
As soon as you step into the circle, you see a large flash as the keep disappears.
Cirrus, I understand why you're being hesitant,
Yeah.
but I don't think that you will have time, nor whatever, to actually find the Vistani here, because you don't know what meets you here. You don't know if the mist is gonna whatever they're gonna do.
Don't know
I feel
what's
like-
on the other side. It's
Yes, but we have information of the other side. We don't have any information on what is here. Not like I don't know, it's- I mean, it's
I tap
in-
Cirrus on the shoulder and I look him in the eyes and I say, I understand. And then I look at Ardero and I take his hand and I pull him through with me.
Okay, as you step into the circle, you pull Ardero with. Are you trying to resist that?
I feel like Adara would like at least try to reach out to Cirrus.
Just leave Sarah's behind.
Okay,
I don't think I'm a-
as you reach out to Cirrus. Cirrus, what do you want to do as you see Ardero reaching out for you?
I'm staying.
You can keep Kane company.
Okay,
Oh yeah, wait, yeah. What kind of
come
with?
with. With
Hon-
the largest-
Honestly, Kaim would have probably like went 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I'm bored of this. Let's go.
Stabbed somebody, spit in someone's face, stared at them, and then walked through. Yeah.
Probably. Brandon's choice would probably have been stepping into it before Margaret did.
Yeah.
But as you step through with a large flash, both Ardero and the Valeria disappear from view. Cirrus, as you are standing on this tower, alone, with Ref at your side, you have but a few minutes to decide if you want to follow.
I've made up my mind at this
Okay.
point. I've been very clear, but yeah.
As you decide to stay behind, you notice that the lights emanating from the circle starts to diminish as eventually it goes out. At which point we will take a break.
Rule 101, never split the party.
And we've split it in the worst way possible.
Yeah,
Time
this
and
is...
planes.
We're going to be running campaigns on alternate weeks now.
Oh, no.
Like,
Oh my God, this is where we
How's
meet
it gonna
up with
work?
like a level 20 Cirrus.
oh,
And I
oh shit, yeah.
But since that happened, I will need a bit longer than 15 minutes because I would like to have a slight conversation with Gus at this point, just to see.
A stern talking
up.
to, mister.
No,
Free will
Just-
in this campaign, baby.
Yeah. Let's say 20 minutes. So a quarter before
Sure.
we'll be back. Stay tuned. For even I did not think that we would split up the party like this. But we will see
Should have just had fucking Kane go yeet.
what the rest of tonight's episode will entail. Till then, stay tuned. We'll catch you in a bit.
Come back on stream this later.
Hello and welcome back after the break. What was that?
This is JoJo posing.
Yeah, hi stream, Biden.
Right, okay. Welcome back, everyone, as we are going into the second half of tonight's episodes. We did get word of Brandon, or at least I did. Brandon will try and make it as soon as possible. Hopefully within the next 15 minutes, but who knows, and we'll see. Anywho, as the five of you step into this magical circle, you feel a rush of air as your stomach starts to make a funny feeling as if you're falling. And as you look around, in the distance, you can see mountains. Though as soon as you look slightly more to your back, you actually notice you are falling. As the rush of air still passes you by, as you look around, you can see your companions. You can see Valeria falling. You can see Sakib, Kaim, Adero, and Edgar.
Looking down, what I see.
You see the ground coming at you at an immense speed.
I would like
Well,
to
fuck.
hit and hope, essentially. Summon Beast.
Which will be a tiny beast.
What? What do you mean?
We
it
only
has
had
to be a
Cirrus with
tiny-
us who has Featherfall. Hopefully prepare.
Let me quickly look up the spell Summon Beast. As you are falling,
Or
No, don't look it up as I'm falling.
I am.
Bastard.
this happened. What happened? I disconnected.
You are falling.
Do you have Featherfall?
Beast Spirit is... let's see. Could also be a small creature, actually. It is a small creature.
Alan, do you have Valeria, character, do you have Featherfall in any of your...
Character respond. No, I don't.
I disconnected, so I can't see the forge, so I'm not sure if I actually have any spells that could.
It is on the Bard list, but Bard, you have to memorize shit in the morning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunate.
Bars can only change when leveling.
Brandon,
We have a Brendan.
And it's gone again.
Yeah. He's setting up.
Hmm.
As you around you, Brendan, welcome in. As
Just in time for the TPK.
Kaim is around.
Brilliant timing.
Wait, can't you fly? Just pick us up.
Nope, no magical juice anymore.
As you look around, Kaim, you have a feeling of falling. As you look in the distance, you can see mountains somehow getting higher than you're
Welcome
used
in,
to.
mate.
As you turn around, you can see below you the ground is rushing towards you as a gust and rush of air is passing behind you. You look around and you can only see Ardero, Sakib, Valeria, and Edgar, but no sign of Cirrus.
Orin.
Hmm?
Or Rev. Vital
Or
character.
Rev, yeah.
Thank you.
As you look around, the area you're in is green and lush. Out in the distance, you can see vineyards and orchards, fields of grain. As you keep falling, the distance, roughly estimated about 300 feet, as you keep on falling 250 feet to 200 feet to 150. Does anyone of you have anything to remedy this?
Summon Beast. I've said this.
Flying beast.
The thing
Exactly.
with beasts is you need to have a category larger than you are in order to be able to ride it or have it pick you up from the air.
In theory,
The
if it
stat block is
was
an 18 strength.
Mm-hmm.
They're hench boys. Okay. Well,
Are you able to kick me
I don't know
forward
if
so I
it
can
could
come back
work.
in?
I don't know if it could work, but I have Misty Step.
Okay.
Oh, I've Misty Step too. I've Misty
And-
Step too.
I could just bamf to the floor. Do you think I can hold Edgar or Ardero or Valeria
It only
with the
carries
Misty
you.
Step?
if I mean I've Misty Step as well. If that stops it, that stops. I can use that as well. Does it do?
You have to time it within the 30 feet of dropping before you hit the ground. So we'll have to. It will require a spellcasting check using your proficiency bonus and your spellcasting modifier.
I've Gift of Alacrity running. Does that affect it in any way or form?
Yes, in this case it would.
Nice.
Who have I seen do things to themselves so far?
So for they are deciding if they aren't going to do anything.
Okay.
Sakib still has the bardic inspiration from last week.
Yes.
I can't get into the forge though because I got kicked out, so I don't know what I actually got. I'll just give me a minute.
I
no
will
worries.
cast enhance ability on myself,
I know
Okay.
I've got Misty Step as well.
and I'll cast Cat's Grace, so that I can hopefully do a cool little flip as I land.
Wait,
Got it.
Right, so with casting a spell, I just click the dice, and then cast a spell.
Mm-hmm. And then I need you to give me a spellcasting check, which will
and-
be a charisma ability check with your proficiency bonus.
So +4, +7 for me. Do I get that correctly?
No. It will be your proficiency bonus, so it's +7 in total.
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm
plus
saying,
three
yeah.
plus
Plus,
the-
plus, plus,
yeah.
plus 4, +7, and
Yes.
what did we say for the Gift of Alacrity?
It says in the spell advantage, right?
No, that Gift of Alacrity is the one that like just makes me like be more ready for things, which is like the
Oh, it would have been advantage in that case.
okay. So, yikes.
So whom of you is activating this? Who's
Me.
using Misty Step?
Me.
Okay.
Let's see. You're able to kick me out so I can get back in.
Am I able to kick you out? I am.
Because I think it still thinks I'm in there.
Yeah, I kicked you out.
Okay.
Oh. Oh.
2 twos.
Oh, you
I
get
still
some
got
ballet
it.
with that tutu.
Oh, okay. Alina, do you have physical dice at your disposal?
Well, because I was gonna Misty Step, but I can't even. I can't
No.
see what else
If
I've got that I can.
you're doing the spell. You're doing the spell Missy Step in that case.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to think if I have anyone else, or something I could.
Can I, like, as we're falling, do I see any creatures below us?
As you look below and with your perception, you notice that you are falling into what looks to be a vineyard, and the actual vineyard fields. As you see multiple different, almost hedge-like foliage below you, that is like narrowly, perfectly straightened out.
So are there any, like, I want to say small creatures, but with perception, I'm not sure how that would work
Oh,
because
my
I'm quite far away.
ability check would have +3, so it would be 21.
Okay.
Oh wait, it's an ability check.
Yes.
I have a feature where I can reroll a failed ability check.
Which feature is that?
1 second.
One of them. Just
No.
You don't see any small creatures with the speed you're falling at.
Where goes that plan?
It is called magical guidance. You can tap into your inner wellspring of magic to try to conjure success from failure. When you make an ability check that fails, you can spend 1 sorcery point to reroll the d20 and you must use a new roll, potentially turning. Yeah.
So go ahead and roll it.
Yay!
So it's
Nice.
24. Nice. Oh god.
As you are all falling.
I'm just going to try and aim for the softest bit of land I can see at this point.
Just when you come into the 30 feet premises, you can see Adero and Kaim skillfully and gracefully teleporting into the vineyard field. Sakib, are you also using Misty Step?
Yeah, just got. I'm just loading in. I'm gonna try Misty Step and then I guess try and catch someone. Like that's probably gonna kill me.
No, we just give them like a health potion afterwards. It's fine.
I'll have to just.
Okay,
Or like the health potion, or like the
I would
gloop.
need an ability check with proficiency from you. Charisma, spellcasting. Valeria, as you come within the 30 feet, not having any spell to help you, about 10 feet off the ground,
By the floor.
your body comes to a full stop as you were slightly hovering. And suddenly you're gracefully falling down, standing on 2 feet. As Edgar, you look around, and the same thing happens to you. As soon as you get within 10 feet, you rush towards the ground, and then suddenly you stop and stand upright in the vineyard fields.
I start looking around trying to find someone.
I
'Cause
look
someone should
around
have
for the
cast it.
dragon.
Same.
You look around, and out in the distance you can see a house, an estate almost, as you are standing in these colourful vineyard roads. No dragons in sight. The sun touching your skin. Almost a blessing. If it weren't for the change in time, as well as the looming threat. As you can hear the birds chirp, rustling of leaves. As you're standing in a sunny day somewhere in a lush country. In the distance, you can see mountains ranging.
Oh, finally, the sun again. Do I see the dragon?
There's no dragon around.
Is everyone right?
Yeah, it's something stopped mine of Valeria's fall.
Yes, must have been like within the magic.
I assume I had teleported with the group, or did I just teleport?
No, you
after
are
them?
with the group.
You probably would have went before us, given your character. We had quite a
Probably.
lengthy discussion.
I don't know about that.
I look around. Does it look like the landscape that Sakib described?
It does. It's when you look around, you can see mountains that are filled with trees as the forests are closing in on you. Around you can see fields and orchards and vineyards up to the eye stretches as a beautiful layer of clouds just rolls past as the rays of the sun hit your face. You feel home and serene again.
All of us?
All of you. Except for one person as you look around. Cirrus is not with you.
I look up, but see him falling.
No Cirrus.
Where are we?
Home.
Your home.
Back in the
This
heavier,
is my home.
I assume at a different time.
It's definitely not where I left from.
Do you know this place?
My home. It is literally that is my house.
Oh, alright then.
And
I'm
as
gonna
you
start running towards it.
as you look up out in the distance, almost welcoming, you see a house. So keep rushing through the fields. You notice that none of your stationed guards are around. None of the workers are in the field. Though the sun is still bright, so you estimate it to be late in the afternoon on a summer day.
Edgar, stay.
Did I leave in the summer?
Edgar, come back or whatever. Like,
You did leave in the summer.
please.
Okay.
I would like to huddle like the
Gonna
party.
run. I know where the
And she's gone.
Yep.
Yeah. While Sakib is running to the mansion, I would like to go closer to the party. We need to make sure that our goals here are aligned and that we make sure that we come out where we want to be. Cirrus staying on the other side of whatever this portal was is, in my book, a failure to our group or what we've set out to be in the first place. And we should try to avoid things like that in the future. And we definitely have to talk about what our goals are and how we can achieve those goals and align those goals further. Because I take it in the end we all would want to be in a better position than we started off and potentially, hopefully, be back in the heavier in a better world than we left. Like, what I'm saying is we need to like find a base goal that we all can get behind so that we as a party can make decisions that are based and good for everyone. Do we agree on this?
You see, well, if you're looking at me, you see from the moment that was the calm, my face just blurs up again, and you notice that parts of me are like streaming little thin blots of black smoke, and you just see me frantically pacing around.
We're now in a position where we don't know which time we are. We hope that it's the same plane that we left. And we have potentially allies, as in Sakib, that might be able to teleport us through time again, back to where we came from. I don't know everyone's goals. I can only assume. I assume that Kaim, you would want to probably go back in time to be able to go back and to save your mother. That I assume that being your ultimate goal. Is that correct?
All you're hearing is just like growling at this point.
Edgar.
Can I look
Sorry.
at Kaim? What's going on? Can I do like a medicine check? Is it since we got here?
Kaim, could you describe with what is going on with your physical form?
Like I said, you notice that his form, especially like his face, is kind of like blurring and shimmering, but you're also noticing around his body there's like small tufts of smoke that are like moving and wisping upwards and then dissipating somewhere.
What's this happening? Do we need to get you somewhere? Do we need to get you help? What's going on?
You just hear growling.
Let me see what I don't have any spell slots left. Okay. Are we in the sun? Like, are we in direct sunlight right now?
You are currently in sunlight, yes.
Can I try and get Kaim to like a shady location to see if that helps?
You can certainly try.
Okay. I guess like over
Yes,
here.
we could go towards the house.
Yeah.
While doing so, I would like to have a chat with Edgar. I take it that's like, maybe like 30 seconds or something. Edgar, what is your goal?
It's a good question, to be honest. It's mainly just a case of I've just been traveling and trying to help where I can, trying to study where I can. So,
Do you have anyone back
yeah,
in the time that we came from where
I
you care
have.
about?
Yeah, my dad. Well, sort of my dad. Yeah, for me, I would like to return home. Long term.
Okay.
But
Mhm.
given that there is now time magic that we have to deal with, we can hopefully return to the point that we were just at.
Yeah, ideally 2 seconds before we leave so I can flick myself off.
Yeah, I feel like there could be advantages to our stay here. For example, Kaim, you would hopefully be able to learn and like how to heal your mother.
Oh, that's serious.
Serious? Ah, shit. What?
Kaim's mother got abducted by whatever
Oh,
forces.
Sorry. So, hopefully be able to learn of the events that took place in this time many years ago. And hopefully we can use that to our advantage when we go back.
I agree. But I think you said like something very wise here. I think we owe it to Sirius to try and find potentially means of healing his mother. We don't know if he will be able to make it back. So if we make it back in the time, I think we should also try to at least end his journey that way if he can't do it on himself. We don't know that.
Because given the fact that they have magic that we can't really understand, or it's something extremely new to us, they could have other magic and things.
I
like that
agree.
here.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I guess we're catching up with Sakib at the same time. Is Valeria actively tending Kaim, or like, can I talk to her while we're going?
I would just be trying to hurry him into the shade, and I'm just worrying about him, fussing over him
Okay,
probably.
I would assist her then, doing that.
Okay. As you walk towards the estate, the first thing you notice is the design of the building is completely different from what you have seen in your travels through the world you previously knew. It has these strange curves that are like close to where the ceilings are, especially around the windows and entrances, like the front doors. You see they curve into almost in a crescent moon that is pointed downwards. And as you get closer, the windows are completely made of stained glass. The building itself is made of a reddish stone, as the window sills are made of this stony, earth-like, almost slate material. Something you do recognize from the region, though the red stone exterior, like the actual building brick, is unfamiliar to you. Upon looking in, you notice that some of the seating arrangements within the house do not have legs that that they are standing on. Most of it is cushions laid and spread out on the floor, as the building inside is decorated with display cases as well as these beautiful plants and flowers around the house. A staircase out in the back of the building leads to a second floor, of which you cannot see what is there.
Are there any clues around as to the time period that we're in?
Definitely from outside of your time period, but it doesn't seem familiar at all.
If the door is shut, Edgar knocks on the door.
And I run inside.
As you run inside, you see that none of the help is home, neither is your family. Recalling the time of year, they are probably up in the capital celebrating the coming midsummer.
Okay. Otherwise, does everything kind of look like how I remember leaving it?
It does. Yes, nothing has changed. And as you step inside, you can see these strange chandeliers hanging from the ceiling that are made into what seems to be almost a ball-like shape, though it has a point of interest where it's hanging from a slight chain attached to the ceiling. A light emits, but it's not too bright. It's just making sure there's a welcoming atmosphere around.
Does Kaim stop smoking once we're in the shadow?
No. Nope. He's just completely unresponsive.
I don't know what to do here. I guess we
I
find
think-
help.
I think we try and bed him down. Maybe like have him sleep.
Do I know from? Can I do a medicine check to see if sleep? I think sleep will help or not.
Go ahead and roll a medicine check with disadvantage.
Okie dokie. Yikes.
Unfortunate.
Mm.
From what you can tell, this doesn't seem natural at all. Something is taking hold within Kaim. Almost a breaking personality.
I don't know if sleep will help. I think we might have to go and find someone.
I mean,
Can we see from where we are where the like Sultanate or the main like the city center is?
Are you currently on the outskirts of a major city?
Okay. So we can see like some spires in the background basically.
You can see. Let me actually check where Lena and I had said it would be. You can see out in the distance, like a few hundred miles, if I'm correct. Yeah, about 100 mile north. You can see small spirals spiraling up.
So how much of a walk would that be?
100 miles is like a lot, no?
Yeah, it's about 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Okay.
It's turning dark, right?
It is starting to turn dark, yes.
Time. Do you feel right?
You just hear growling.
Do you feel alright? He's smoking and growling.
Looking around
I'm-
Valyria to spires, looking eastward, you see smaller spirals, not as prominent as the ones north. It's closer, about half a week's travel. But it doesn't seem to be the capital city.
Is Sakib around? And by Sakib, I mean, is Alina's Wi-Fi working?
I'm hoping.
I'm here,
Okay.
audibly.
I look over at Sakib. How do we find your Sultan? I don't think Kaim is doing very well.
I think for now it is best you get your rest while you are here. The rest of my family and staff will be away for the summer. And then once we rest, we can figure out what we are going to do.
Do you happen
But
to
I
have
am
like a
relatively close to the main road to the city, so the travel will not be an issue.
Okay.
do you have like a bathtub or something? A barrel of water?
But do you think... Do I look like a peasant? Of course we do. Look, I'll show
Can you let
around.
it in then? I'm just throwing
I'll
things
show you
around.
around.
Maybe we try to like cool Kaim off. Steam is usually, or like smoke is usually a sign of
There is
heat.
a... No, there is a bathroom upstairs if you wish to use the tub.
Yeah, it has been quite some time until all of us showered, or I don't know. Do you think it's a good idea, Valeria?
I don't know.
Let's try it then, I guess, I suppose.
I can't see the map, so someone else is gonna have to.
We'd like to like usher usher Kaim towards like the bathroom or something.
Okay.
Like, I don't know, towards some water. Maybe he feels better after that.
Yeah, I didn't have time to make a second floor, so don't bother going up the stairs.
Oh, well,
My bad.
yeah. No, I mean, all good. We can work with that. I'm quite sure. Yeah, we will like usher him up.
We
to,
have
like,
to
a-
use our imagination, guys.
yeah, I think we're fine with
Go
that.
into our mind palace.
As you
Yeah.
walk through the house and walking up the spiraling staircase that is encasing this pillar holding up the second floor, you notice that there's almost no hallway. Like it's one hallway that's almost L-shaped, as multiple rooms are adjacent to each other. You find the master bedroom, as you can find on the opposite side an ensuite. As you walk through, you notice that there's a majestic bathtub made out of this brass material set with jewels on the side. A slight inscription on the side marks its design by someone you do not recognize, as the name is in an unfamiliar language. Though, somehow by magical means, the water is poured into it, steaming hot.
We don't want hot water. Can you not produce cold water?
It doesn't seem to work that way.
Yeah, when you
Wait,
go to, like,
they're like
a
in,
mate's
they're like in
house
Turkey.
and you're
They're
trying
in
to work the
Turkey.
shower.
Yeah, they're like in Turkey, and they only have hot water to like wash themselves.
So if it can turn into mayonnaise.
Well, okay, I'll fill up the hot tub,
Mhm.
and then I use prestidigitation to chill up to 1 cubic foot of non-living material for 1 hour. So half the water in the bathtub.
Okay.
I assume 1 cubic foot is like chill now, so then it mixes, so it's like
Yeah.
lukewarm water. And then you would like place Kaim into the bathtub.
Okay. Are you placing Kaim in with his armor on?
I'm getting there. Does he move? I mean,
Nope.
well, yeah. Then I would have like Sakib help me to like put him in the water
Yeah.
there.
Well, I'll help take his armor off because you don't want to get that shit wet.
It's only with leather armor, no, it's fine.
Oh yeah, what armor is he wearing? Is it?
From what you can see, his armor is this strange coat that is laced with padded as well as small plates.
Oh, I want them.
Well,
Yeah.
let's at least get some of this off of him.
Yeah, we're
Even
taking
though
like his
it's not
armor
good,
off.
it'll take time.
Okay, as you strip
Oh, his
Kaim
pants
down
off.
to his tunic and trousers, you push him into the bathtub.
We're
I
guiding him.
presume.
Right, well,
It's a very
what if he's
non-forceful,
like
okay?
allergic to water? Just...
No, that's serious. Don't worry about it.
He's literally a water genasi. What do you mean?
He's scared of water. I don't know if you
As
recall
you-
this.
Place
don't.
him into the bathtub. A bit of steam is rushing out. Kaim, I need you to make a charisma saving throw with disadvantage, please.
Vampires don't like water, right?
It's not a
Hate it.
vampire. Oh.
You
You
killed me,
drowned.
guys.
As
You drown.
as you're laying in this bath, you feel your head slightly sinking underneath the water. As your vision, even though you can look out of the water, you see the faces of Sakib and Dardaro watching over you.
Wish we would have kept his head up above water. Not gonna lie.
Everything goes black as you feel the water getting off of your face as one of them is bringing you back above. Your vision has gone. And in the back of your head, you hear a voice creating. As Kaim speaks the word out loud. Subject. as he keeps repeating the same word over and over. Unconsciously, the rest of you see as Kaim produces a sword in his hand. I need you to make another charisma saving throw with disadvantage.
Hope you guys are dead. Oh, okay.
Oh shit.
You feel it wanting to strike around, though subconsciously you resist the urge. As a sentence lets loose once again. I demand blood.
Is this the blade talking?
This is the blade talking through you to the rest.
So he was being bathed, he took his armor off, and then suddenly a sword appeared in his hand.
It's the same sword that you have seen Kaim wield previously. It's the blackened blade with strange veins running through it that are almost motes of lava, with its jagged blade and blackened hilt.
I try and take it off him because he's meant to be having a bath and not thrashing a sword around in there.
Just pretending it's a rubber duck.
Go ahead and make a
Just climb in the water.
strength check.
Okay.
As you go in and trying to pull it out of his hand, you notice that the grip is tightened around it. As you try and pull, you're almost being pulled into the bathtub with Kaim.
You could roll a 1, no?
This is not Kaim's stats
Oh.
we're using.
Right.
I can't get the sword off him.
So Keep, do you want to try?
So, I mean, if I start speaking, will everyone hear me as well?
Yes.
Or would it just be the sword?
No, everyone
will
will
hear
hear
me.
you.
Then I will say no.
As the word no leaves Kaim's mouth in his normal, regular voice, though quite stern as you're used to hear it, a voice follows. Subject or perish.
Does it look like what happened to Sakib? Or not?
Oh.
Not at all.
Okay.
Oh.
So the perish line was the same.
Oh.
Yeah.
I couldn't find a different word from the top of my head. I'm sorry that
Alright,
my
fair enough.
English is limited as a non-native English speaker.
Alright, just fucking asking. I find a bed and I turn over and I go to sleep, looking at the wall and thinking about Cirrus.
Okay. You find a
Hey, I'm
bed
going to have to
easily.
ask you.
Go ahead.
Could you please put the weapon down? You are in my house. This is very rude.
A voice follows with the same line. I demand blood.
I'm.
You
Blood.
will get no blood.
Sorry, is this sword? Is it talking to you?
Our deal is forfeit. In that case, make a Constitution saving throw, Kaim. And since you're in the bath, you're lucky it's not with disadvantage. The sword suddenly starts to heat up, though something is making you hold it firm. As it grows warmer, it becomes it gets to the point that it's actually boiling into your flesh. As the rest of you smell the foul stench of burning flesh.
Would like to cast Prestidigitation again to cool the non-living area. The water, I guess.
Okay.
But we're going to use it to make the air smell nicer.
Eventually, as a reflex, you let loose of the blade. As all you can see is a blackened hand that is left. The blade falling into the bathtub, singeing the rest of the water, starting to make a slight bubble, almost to a boil, as the steam is blurring the visions of you all.
What kind of deal were you talking about?
You come back to consciousness. Your vision blurry. As you blink a few times, you can see Edgar, Sakib, and Tardero standing over you.
Luckily, Edgar's downstairs just staring at all the artifacts and new cool stuff.
Fair enough.
I'm still blurred, aren't I? I'm literally a Sims character right now. All of them is blurred.
It's you're no longer blurry. Some inner conflict seems to have passed. Do you have questions for yourself? As you have no recollection of what just happened. Then the singeing burn of your hand goes through.
What happens?
You were gone, eventually. You were growling, you were steaming, put you in a bath. Then you started to like say subject and shit like that. You were talking to yourself. One side of you was talking about some deal that was broken, them demanding blood, and you just agreeing. What kind of deal were you talking about?
I didn't agree. I said no.
No, we heard that. I'm still asking, what kind of deal are you talking about?
You remember what I said about my clan? About the deity we kind of serve?
Mm-hmm.
Once we reach a certain age, we make a pact with this deity. I've been starting to doubt ever since my father told me about them plotting against us, possibly.
Wait, who plotting against whom?
My master. Or no longer my master. With, I would assume, the chained one.
Oh, against us. Oh, I see. Mm-hmm.
I don't understand though. From the books that I read from my family, dating from the start of us living in Darhevia, we were supposed to help everyone. And now he's plotting against us.
How do you control it?
Well, I wouldn't say there was control. It's just,
Well, it controlled you.
What now?
Well, yes, it spoke through you.
I have no idea.
You trust yourself?
Yeah.
Are you certain?
I no longer serve Lucis. If my gut is feeling that he is plotting against us, if he is going to fight us on our endeavour, then I want no part of it.
Were they the reason that you were able to cast magic?
Yes.
You still cast magic?
DM, can I still cast magic?
Are you going to try for it?
Yeah, I'll try.
Okay, what spell are you trying to cast?
I'll tap the back of my neck and try to cast Blade Ward.
You tap the back of your neck. As you tap, nothing happens around you. No spark of arcane energy. Not even the strangest feeling that the magic works.
And
I tried to think about moving in a... How big is this room exactly?
The bathroom itself is about 25 feet by 20 feet. It's pretty large.
I'm gonna try to cast Misty Step onto one side of the room.
You focus on the side of the room. You're just staring at it. Nothing happens.
I noticed the writing on the tub before. Was I able to read it?
It was blurred. Somehow
What
the conflict before you got into the bath already was weakening your connections. But now looking at it, it's just an odd script of a language you do not understand.
I just sink to my knees and put both hands on my head.
you okay?
And then I blur one last time and I transform into my true self.
Now let me quickly see if I still have the right image.
I'm true self. That's Svathneblin. One of my favourite races in D&D.
Please tell me if this is the right image or not.
That is the right image.
Cool.
Kaim.
Yes.
Sorry. Are you right? Is this you?
Yeah.
What happened? What's happening?
I've lost everything.
What do you mean by that?
I can't feel the weave.
I mean, you can't feel your magic.
I feel
I-
everything that I've gained. It's all gone.
You've been traveling for a few weeks at this point, months even. You aren't the person that you are. You aren't the asset that you are to any party. By your magic, I've barely seen you cast at all. You haven't lost everything. You still have your training. You still have your friends. You still have your motive. You still have your way of being the person you want to be.
I stand up and I go to wherever you guys dropped my armor.
Which would be before the bathtub.
Okay. And I grab one of the swords because I still have the longsword that I started with and the +1 longsword. And I pick up the sword that I started with and see if I can handle it.
You swing it around. You're still familiar with how to use a sword, though the armor seems a bit heavier than usual.
Everything all right? Maybe try sleeping on it. Maybe things seem better or come back in the morning.
Yeah,
There's-
you're right.
So keep.
What the fuck did I just witness?
I can't tell you, but I think given that Valeria is already rested down, I don't know whatever Edgar is doing. Might we stay at your place for the night?
Of course. I will
Where
show
would
you
you-
the spare rooms for the help. I do not think my wife would appreciate the strangers sleeping in our bed.
Even if it's a legendary prison.
No.
Right.
Wait. Where's Cirrus? Where's Rev?
He
They-
stayed behind.
They didn't join us in the teleportation.
Is this the right decision?
We don't know. The decision has been made at this point.
Can we go back?
That's why we came here in the first place, with the assumption that we can go back.
The Sultan is a very powerful person. I think if anyone can get you back to your time, it is him. But once you rest up here, we will make our way to the city.
Which is like I wanted to have like a talk earlier, but you weren't able to be talked to. We have to have a conversation at this point to what our future holds in store and how we act about things. But for first, you should rest. I don't think there's anything for us to be gained when making hasty decisions right now. So keep show us where you can rest.
of course. And I'm assuming I'll like lead him down some corridors to like the living quarters for like the gods. I'm assuming some stay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're nice little rooms.
As you pass through, you can see some of the doors are not fully closed. As you look in, there's a room filled with children's toys. What stands out is a makeshift wooden dummy with a childlike armor attached to it. As you pass by, you are being led by Sakib into some of the rooms that have bunk beds that are used by Sakib's personal guard.
Okay, but Burial went to sleep like in the main thing, like on a couch or something, right?
I presume so?
I'm just checking, and Edgar is like in the main building. Okay. Then I would like walk back with Sakib, I guess, to the main building.
Okay.
Once camera's split on. I can't tell you what just happened to him. I have no idea. This goes beyond me as well. I can only tell you that he's been dealing with some deity for his whole life, and that he's been serving the deity, and from what I can gather is that he's cut ties with that deity due to them trying to betray us, so he's pledged his loyalty to us, his friends, and to the kingdom or whatever, to the good cause that we've tried to do, rather than the deity. Which is a good thing.
You are certain he can be trusted?
No, which is why we're walking back right now into the main house, and I think we will have shifts tonight. We have 4 people in there. We will to cover 2 hour shifts each, watching the other ones of us sleeping.
This is a wise idea. You are a military man too, no?
Well, not anymore. But this brings us to like another topic that I don't know if it's better to like talk about now or like tomorrow when we're all freshed up and better. But I assume that most of us joined you in this travels with the assumption of being able to go back, because I can't speak for all of them, but the reason why Sirius stayed back, what I presume is due to like his overarching duty to save his mother. And yeah, every one of us, or not everyone, but most of us, I just talked to Edgar, and I know Kaim, they have people back in the time where they deeply care about, where they want to go back to that place. So no matter what we do as a group here for the humans in this timeline, it is a strange concept. I don't know if everyone can appreciate that in the same way. No matter what we do here, one of the core ideas is for us to return, at least for most of us. I personally do not care. I already died, more or less, months back. I went to the reason I joined the military in the first place was because I had nothing. Joining the military was just as well the best thing that I could do, because there wasn't anything else to do. There isn't anything for me to go back to. I joined the military to do good, to do, I don't know, greatness whatsoever. The time where I do it in doesn't matter. Now that everything that has transpired has happened, the people that I do care about is the people that I travel with. So as long as they are where they are and they're happy where they're happy, I'm happy. So I don't care which time we're in, as long as they are happy. And as they seem to be caring about going back towards that time, that is what I care about. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I will do everything in my power to make sure they get back to their world. I understand what it is like to be severed from the things you love.
Much appreciated.
And as for you, I asked if you were military simply because if your friend changes, I need to know that you can do what is right. Let it come to it.
I can do what is right, but it comes at the hefty cost that I will be somewhat useless at this point. I've been using my magic very, very carelessly before we stepped through this portal. I will be only being able to rely on some tricks that I have still up my sleeve, but I'd rather not resort to like a fight, and I'd rather wake you or anyone else than doing a duel. He seems weakened, but I don't know if I can take him. This sword here, tapping the scimitar that I have, pulling it out slightly, has seen barely any use, and I might be very dexterous, but I'm not the best when it comes to actually packing a punch.
Perhaps I will teach you to fight sometime then. You cannot rely on your spells alone.
I can fight. I just rely. Well, I'm better using my brain than my arms. I know it's a strange concept, but I can show you at some point as well that most of the time it works better.
Oh, we have training grounds should you ever wish to show me. But let's find the others for now and regroup.
Yes. Well, we know wherever you're sleeping upstairs. I would suggest we kill an Edgar. And then we try and bed down in turns.
I'm assuming we just find Edgar downstairs.
Yeah.
Edgar is not downstairs.
Sake.
Well, where the fuck is he?
Okay, well, let's look upstairs. He's very interested.
If you're looking around for Edgar, you'll find a note from his book saying that he'll be back soon. He's gone to get some food. He'll be back at sundown.
Sundown.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, it's only 6, right? When is sundown?
Sundown is at 7.
Okay, yeah. So I guess Adair will just kick it back on one of these loungers, take his boots off. Actually, I think he would go. No, he would take his boots off and use his magic to clean himself and clean the boots, I guess. Prestidigitation, all that.
Mm-hmm. As you look around too, you notice some of the display cases displaying strange weaponry. Though you're not close enough to fully see it or fully take a look at it, but taking off your boots and sitting down, you take a breath as the thought of Cirrus passes through. Everything that happened just now with Kaim rushes through your mind. A better day may come, but that's a dream for the future.
A better day may come, but it's a dream for the future.
Yeah.
Okay.
As you look around, the house is neat. It's almost royal and regal, though it's too small to be that of a noble, at least from what you've seen.
Quite the riches you have here. Take you've been doing well.
Well, I am a Chorbachi, so my position represents it.
Any of the stuff magical?
Not particularly, no. I have my own magic, but look, I can show you. I'll open up this display case.
Okay.
Pull out, I guess, a cool two-bladed staff. This is my ceremonial weapon. I cannot fight with it, but, if we have processions in the city or the royal family, there is celebration, this is the weapon I use then. And then, I'm gonna show my other stuff. None of it is magical in a sense, but I can infuse it with my own magic from my god. But I suppose your source of magic, what, does it come from within you, or
I have no idea.
you just have it?
I mean, yes and no. I was able to do parlor tricks, like very minor ones, for like some time already. But you remember when I said I died to a degree? I died, and I got saved by a dragon, and that dragon's energy, whatever, saved me, molded within me, and left me with like magical abilities, which is, it's been like a few weeks, months. I don't even know how long it has been. And I'm only just discovering it myself, what I can do, what I can't do. This whole journey, when I first met with these people, I was barely able to do some flames, and now I can levitate, fly. I don't know. I don't even know. I can like focus, and I can make people act slower. Not, I don't know, like they like, not even people. Like I can just generate energy. It's hard to describe. I don't understand it fully either. I can focus. I can go within me, and I can think of things that I want to be done, that I want to be happening, and I can fully, I don't know, become one with the environment of myself. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. And this sort of energy I can direct in certain ways. Look, I can like create flame, right? I can create energy from nothing. I can snuff it again. I can move things with my mind. I summon like the spectral hand to like move things. All of this is just me focusing energy in certain directions. The same way that I can like focus things to exist. I don't know, I just can't tell you where it comes from. I don't think it's a deity. I just think it's like the inherent magic that was within the dragon is now within me. I'm like slightly pulling down my shirt to like showcase the horns of the dragon that are like molded in the shoulder, with like the scales coming down from to like clunking it, showing it's like literally on the skin, more or less growing on it.
Soul of a dragon.
Well, I don't know. I guess like I'm part dragon at this point. Or
Perhaps it will be more useful than you think, given our current situation.
it has been already very useful. I don't think I would have survived up to this point if it wasn't for exactly that. I mean, I exactly know that I wouldn't have. The reason why like all of this has been molded within me is because the dragon protected me already. I was just wondering, because you have a lot of riches here, right? Seems very, very extravagant.
Well,
yet you aren't decked out on magic.
My magic is from my god, not from any other source.
Well,
I did not study and I was not born with it.
No, I understand that, but even though my magic isn't, well, is like from within me or like from whatever, I have items from other magical sources that I use to my advantage that cost money and fortune. If I was richer, I would use that money to get even more of those items.
Well,
you seem to be rich, but you don't have to have, items like this. Rather weird to me.
I have an army. I do not need them. My men do. I'm in the comfort of my own home. If anyone attacks me here, my strength alone and the guards are enough.
Well, yes, but you've been traveling a different dimension, plane, whatever, existence.
That was for a mere day or two. Otherwise, I am.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have known how long it would have been, because you didn't know if you would have met us instantly or not.
I have faith that I will get through any obstacle I face.
Right. Did your legends tell us?
Of myself, the sword, and the power of my gods. But I mean, this cloak is magical. If something like this is what you mean, but
I guess. Did the legend tell you of the consistency of the group? Who would be in it?
Some of your names changed. You stay the same, so I cannot be certain if they are more prominent figures in this But otherwise, there is really not much.
I'm asking because you said you have faith in your god to, like, you know, make things work or like that things work out. But in the end, we aren't all here. I'm just wondering if we need to go back in some way and get serious as well. For the
Well, we have
prophecy,
every
for the
opportunity
legend.
to, once we find the Sultan. I do not think there is any way your friend can make it to us. We have to make it to him, as you say.
That's what I was
But
thinking.
my god is not necessarily seeing that things turn out right. My god helps me see the beauty in the world. We are put in positions of despair and struggle so that the good times may seem a little brighter.
Right.
Yes. But I will get your friend back. I promise.
At this point, Kym is struggling to go to sleep because he hasn't had to sleep with horns and tails.
Understandable.
Pack it in, it's fine.
Is
Well, I'll
anyone...
go grab like a fruit bowl,
Mm-hmm.
a couple of fruit to our dinner, and be like, I will take the first watch.
Well, I think we're waiting until Edgar arrives so we can fill him in and then.
Yeah. I thought you said he wasn't sure when he'd be back.
It said like it's sundown, so in theory it should be like in a few minutes.
Yeah. After
Okay,
a
yeah,
while,
I'll just tour him
Edgar
around my
is
weapons then. So.
re-returning.
Yeah, there are probably tents to the plant that he has that has been watered
Mhm.
through the construction that him and Sirius has made.
There was a knock on the front door.
It is open.
I'm back. How's everything going?
It's an interesting development, but he's your friend, Ardero, so I will let you explain.
Looks so.
You found some food, Edgar?
DM, did I find some food?
Give me a survival check.
Oh, fuck.
Don't mock it.
It's a barren wasteland out there. There's nothing to find.
You come,
You found yourself.
full of grapes.
you come back with a few sparrows, but that's all there is.
I hope those weren't domesticated.
As do I. But before anyone complains, we should eat the evidence.
Right.
Sakib, got a kitchen?
Yes, and you would have probably found food there. Why are you killing the local wildlife?
Well, you know, it's rude to just steal food from other people's cupboards. I didn't know
It's
what you
ruder
had
to
to be
kill.
honest.
Birds, these things are protected in my lands. What did you kill? Let me see.
Even where we are from, it's prohibited to like hunt in areas where you're not allowed to hunt, but it belongs to the kingdom.
These are the king
It's
swan.
no place to me, like.
That's what I'm saying. Even in our place, it's like this.
Luckily for you, you were on the estate from Sakib himself, meaning that everything you hunt is property to Sakib.
I see.
Just killed my birds. Sweet, nice.
Off with his heads.
Well, these ones look to be older at least. There are some nests around. Please avoid killing the hatchlings. To preserve the families.
Oh, of course.
My son enjoys, keeping an eye on them.
Oh.
These ones have names, so we'll feast on them in their honor. The kitchen is this way. I don't know. I guess in the kitchen's on the second floor. Like,
Mhm.
ooh, we got an upstairs kitchen.
With no words, Edgar follows.
As you are being led towards the kitchen, which isn't a large room. It's a 15 by 15 foot room with a built-in fireplace that has a slight outcropping towards you, like into the room itself, where a cauldron is hung above the fire. But it can be changed and used to put pies in it.
Eyes again, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
thing,
it's
yeah.
just like,
I could have
Yeah.
said bread too,
No,
if that
no.
works for you.
well,
It's
I will
a-
not personally believe in the local fauna, but feel free to use the cooking to make you do what you wish. We have other food here preserved, like breads, cheeses, hams, should you wish.
Well, try and make something nice.
While Edgar's doing this, and there was like staying next to him, and he's gonna like talk to him, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So, Keith mentioned things happened.
Yeah, I don't know either fully. You know, this whole religious talk goes above and beyond me to a degree. It seems like Kaim has severed ties with his deity because they were asking him to betray us, or our goal, I guess, which
Awesome.
caused him to lose his magic to a degree, and also
Awesome.
change form, which is, yeah, I don't know. He looks different now.
Okay.
He's got a tail and everything.
2 tails to be precise.
Two
Scary.
yeah, two tails and horns and
Well,
shit.
it wasn't.
At least that's what they have told us. There is a chance that they try to deceive us and that it's not actually Kaim speaking to us. So we thought it might be best to have him sleep in a different building, and we stay in this building, and we take shifts.
It's, understandable.
Mm.
Like, yeah, good logic. Mm.
Yeah, other than that, I don't know. It seems like Sirius didn't join us.
Hmm.
Which leaves us at the point where, like I was talking about earlier, we should find a way to unify our goals and to find a way to unify our way. In the end, we all want to end up at the same place, I assume, given that, or like the same time, I'd rather say.
Mm.
So we should make sure to tag along, diverting from the same path, given that we have a unified goal, might hinder us in doing so. Me personally, I don't really care where we end up or how we end up. I've set out months ago with the goal to do as much good as possible. There wasn't any ties to that. I didn't have any ties. This group of people, you guys, are mostly what I care about other than the doing good. So as long as we stay together, I'm fine with wherever we are. But I understand that some of you, Kaim cares about his mother, wants to get his mother back. You mentioned your father just now. You want to talk to your father. Sirius wanted to save his mother. And I haven't been able to talk to Valeria yet. I don't know what her goal is. I would assume, given what she said in the past, that she wants to do right by the people and by a goddess.
Mm.
But we have to like talk about this and make sure that we are able to fulfill all of our goals at the same time,
Of course.
because that's
As whilst we're here, we are going to also most likely obtain new goals in a short term.
yes.
One that springs to mind is, again, with the time magic going on, we will hopefully be able to return back to the moment we left. That is, I feel, what we should be aiming for, and that's what I'm imagining is the outcome of this. And I would like to be prepared. So, in our time here, we will hopefully be able to learn things, and
I agree.
hopefully we can gather information on maybe there in this time they have worked out an easier way to leave Darkhold. And hopefully we can go back with that knowledge.
Well, you want to go back to Darkhold?
Well, that's where Sirius is.
Right. If he still is there.
Well, if we return to the point we left, Sirius would still be on top of the tower.
This time travel stuff is
It really
very
is.
much
Like, it's not pleasant in the slightest. There must be some very clever people in this time.
I don't know if that's I don't know if that's true. I think
They
you
invented
can
time
find. It's not the first time that people would find insanely powerful magic and not understand it and use it anyways.
True.
I would argue it's pretty common that people use things that they don't understand just because it's more convenient.
Yeah, but from what Sakib said, they had a decent understanding of it.
No, Sakib was the guinea pig.
Oh,
Sakib ended up in the wrong space and the wrong time.
But met with the people he was searching for. So could be some intelligence in that.
Seems rather sheer luck because Sakib wasn't sure either until we figured it out for him.
Between you
Looking
and
wrong.
Yeah.
I'm stood next to you, by the way. I've not left the room.
Yeah, I'm speaking. Wait, which language is I speaking?
Elvish is our go-to normally.
Yeah, I'm saying in Elvish. Yeah, he doesn't seem the brightest.
It's I mean, it could be the people that were in charge knew that it wasn't going to send him to the exact time and place where he intended, but to the right people is what I'm getting at.
Right, yeah, makes sense.
But yeah, so whilst we're here, I'm going to do more research into would it be bad if I tried to look at his historical events, which would be our futures?
No, I think that seems like a reasonable thing.
Okay.
The issue is just what is if we uncover. Yeah, the issue is just what if we uncover things that we don't want to happen? Can we change it? Should we change it?
Ooh, that would. If we found that out and went back and then stopped it, we wouldn't have found it out. Is the thing.
Well, we would be in the time position where we could potentially change the history books to a way where it would still say that it would happen. So we could still stop it and just not have the outcome of it. But it still says in the history books that it would say it would be like that. That would like alter history though in a very, very big way. I don't know if that would work.
I mean, when we get back, we can give it a try. But yeah, my goal is to study and prepare for when we get back. So then when we're in Darkhold, we can then get back to our homes.
Yes. Also, I think we have to live under the assumption that this reality and this time is just our future of ourselves that we haven't experienced yet. So making it more pleasurable for us or for people that come after us is probably as big as of a goal as it doing it in our own time, right?
Yeah, of course.
If you're doing it like solely egoistical point, if it's just for us, but like there's also people here that would benefit from that. So naturally, we keep our morals.
Of course.
Well, I'm fully drained in any of my energy. Sakib offered to have the Forced Watch.
Oh,
I suggest you taking the one when it's darkest, so the third.
Yeah, I'm happy with it.
Yeah, so I guess I take the second one so that you can wake up Valeria then. So it's a person that she knows.
Of course.
All right then.
Then
I
we
had
should
to.
just be about ready.
Oh,
Nice.
yummy!
Yeah.
Pigeons.
I hope.
What incredible timing!
I hope you enjoy your pigeons.
sperm, essentially, I think.
Right.
And as you, one by one, start to bed down and taking watch, night passes without anything happening for the first time. You have an uninterrupted night's rest before the morning sun bursts through the windows. The singing of birds and the chirping of insects fill the surrounding area. A serene moment to take in as a new day is here. That is where we're leaving it tonight.
Be less birds in that darn cars.
Yeah. Well, thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
This was a rather interesting session. Rather interesting. Well, we'll see what will happen next. Once again, if you're not up to date to our endeavors as to the story that we are at currently, do feel free to watch our previous episodes on our YouTube, where we will post them as soon as we can, usually around Wednesdays when we have streamed them on Sunday. If you are able to, hop on by when we are live, say hi, and just watch whatever we are trying to create here. As our adventurers have time traveled to an unfamiliar yet familiar continent.
And Keith finally fulfilled their mission of going back to the future. So
Done it.
True. True.
On the way to the city, we've got to get 75 miles an hour on the horses, otherwise we're fucked.
Oh, I think in a few levels I'll be able to run that.
Great.
Yep.
Everyone hops on Ardero's back.
Yeah. Adara's just dragging a cart.
Flux capacitor.
Ardera becomes the cabbage man from Avatar.
Oh,
Yeah, I could even leave like the flaming trails. Crazy.
Quite literally.
Dorian.
Anywho, thank you so much for watching. We appreciate it every single time that you're in, having conversations with us, just watching and listening to what we are saying and to what we are building, storytelling. Do follow us on YouTube and our social media, where we will occasionally post. We are all busy, so we don't usually have the time to post that regularly, but we'll try to update it as much as we can. Our focus is mainly the streams as well as the YouTube videos, so please feel free to check those out. We'll see you next week. Next Sunday, we'll pick this up and see where we're going from here, as you are off to explore a vastly new world.
Oh, no.
Fuck's sake, I know.
I fucking knew it. I was
like
trying not to say a whole new world.
I was like, please don't, please don't, please. I thought it would be Helen, to be honest.
Really? I literally expected it from Matty or from Lena, but
Matty already had his reference.
True.
So he's only good for one of these.
Oh, cheers. Thanks.
And it's a quickie.
We've got to take a long rest beforehand. So.
Anywho, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned. Next week we'll pick this up on Sunday, 6:30 p.m. GMT. So try and work that out as you see fit. And enjoy the week. See you next weekend. Bye, everyone.
Why not?
Bye.
Bye.